Well, hi, everybody. Welcome to TVON. My name is Blair. Thank you so much for joining us. Happy Sunday. So let me address something really quickly. There is probably the most important item we've ever had on the air in nearly a decade on this show today. And we've been keeping it a little bit hush-hush. Normally, when there's something this big a deal, I'm going to talk about it for days leading up to the event, maybe even weeks sometimes. But this item is so limited, it is so fabulous, it is so rare. And we're going to bring it to you because it's also a classic. Yes, I'm actually wearing two, because if you love diamonds, you can never have too many of those diamonds. Well, we are going to bring you something that it's like a pinch me moment. I can't believe I'm going to present this. I've never had anything like this in 25 years of offering great jewelry on TV. We have something incredible. It is our 3.5 carat diamond band. It is a 5-stone style. It is white, yellow, or rose gold. It is probably, well, it's about as good as you get, because you know what? Any bigger on the diamonds, you wouldn't be able to fit the thing on your hand. So we have got that coming up today. Oh gosh, when should we show it? What are you guys thinking? Are we thinking 11:30, about halfway through the show? How about that? How about that? We're gonna just be 90 minutes away. There's a lot to entertain you with before we get there, but that is something that, of course, you know us in diamonds. It wouldn't be here unless it's a big value as well. So you're going to be able to get something special today, own it, enjoy it, love it, wear it forever. That's like the ultimate wedding set, 3.5 carats. I'm wearing 7 carats in diamonds right now. Then we also have something else that has never been seen, and it's a yellow diamond. But you're thinking, no, I've seen yellow diamonds. Try something else. Well, I have something else. I have a yellow diamond that is our first ever, at least in my recollection, and I'm here with you every day. We've got an Asher cut. It's an Asher cut yellow diamond. Natural color, beautiful color, great saturation, and it is an Asher, but then look at that. That is a lot going on. We got amazing 2.5 carats in diamonds on that one, and that's going to be our big Asher cut yellow. There's also going to be one more thing in diamonds. We have our white diamonds, yellow diamonds. What's missing? We love to bring you pinks. They are the rarest of the bunch. There's nothing that's going to get more rare. We've got a really, really special pink diamond earring for you, so everybody can wear them. I know pink diamond rings might be a little bit expensive when you look at one big stone, so we're going to bring you something very special in that one as well. Earrings, pink diamonds. I'll tell you, these are gift ideas as well if you want to really wow somebody this upcoming holiday season, because I think we're getting in that mode. We're almost midway through November. So it is an exciting night or day to be with us. We've got actually some returning favorites from the previous couple of shows. We've got a beautiful Chameleon diamond that's on discount. I'm going to go ahead and blow out some Aquamarine here that's new. We've got an assortment that's really incredible, but again, limited quantity on that band. So let you know now, if you know a diamond lover, if you know somebody who, you know, is a true diamond diva, loves the diamonds, wants more than they can ever think they would ever get, well, this is going to be that moment, and it's just TV on affordability. We love it. So that's going to be coming up. Also, there's a Conch pearl here, very affordable in our first couple of minutes, a bracelet done in diamonds. So we've got it all. So we're going to get started with, I'm going to show you a turquoise earring that's really affordable. And again, stay with us. Let your diamond friends know. If you know anybody who's been waiting for like the ultimate diamond band, 3.5 carats, you've probably done the math already, but that means each and every diamond round brilliant that RVS still, that are stunning. They are going to be 70 pointers each. Love that, and that's a minimum, by the way, so most of them are 3/4 or more. So anyway, that's coming up, and don't worry, it's going to work for everybody, because it's perfectly done to go side to side, and there will never be a ring size that's not going to work for you. Okay, so we're going to see, meaning the diamonds are going to go all the way around. Let's take a look at our turquoise here as we kick off our last show of the week here. So excited to have you with us today. As always, it's nice to have your company, and I hope you're going to find something that you just cannot live without today. That is always the goal, and I make it affordable so you can truly get in on those specialty items. So here's our really special turquoise. It's Sleeping Beauty variety, which I think is pretty fabulous. Carat 20 is the carat weight here. It's 1129481. I will be giving you some sneak peeks of that diamond ring. So you'll probably see it on my right ring finger, and I'll probably have 2 stacked because I love it that way. So you'll get some glimpses here and there while we patiently await our halfway point of the show to get them up here. But this is going to be a very, very special turquoise earring. Carat 20 total weight. halos and diamonds around them. We've got all the specials you could ever ask for. There's even a yellow diamond pendant. I didn't even mention that, but there's a yellow diamond pendant we have too in a 1 carat size. So we'll try to get to it all. It's a big diamond day here and for the deluxe diamond lovers, that's for sure. But here we go with our carat 20. Loving this one. Carat 20 total weight, 14 points in the diamonds as well. And so you've got this really important look. And then of course we're going to show them on. This is a great mid-size earring. And what I mean by that is something that works for primary, maybe even second piercings as well. If you're thinking about adding a little pop of color, or in this case, a lot of pop of color. We're actually also doing any gold color you want too. So that's good news. We can do the white gold or the rose gold for you as well. So you've got a lot of great options when it comes to, you know, getting your perfect piece and really getting it exactly how you like it. And that's really, really important. So here we are, ready to go. I'm going to show you what they look like a couple of ways here. And there's 2 ways to wear them, obviously, where you're just going to rotate them around as you like, but that's how they look from that close-up perspective where they're more squared off, and then you can obviously angle them just like that. Get a little more length going on if you like to angle them like so, but then we've got this really special length I'm going to show you there, 3/8 of an inch, and that's going to be if you have them this way, and then just a little bit less than that if you go squared off. But again, white, yellow, rose, you're going to choose, and I'll pop one on the ear for you so you can see what that's all about. And turquoise is one of those stones that I think everybody does appreciate and love, and of course really goes with everything so beautifully as we like. You can see it there from a distance away, how lovely that is. And again, some great, there's, I would say shine, because you've got to polish off the stone, even though it's in a opaque stone. You're still getting, oh, what's that? Oh, what's that? Oh, what could that diamond ring be? But anyway, you've got polish off the opaque stone, so it's still got a nice little sheen to it. Of course, natural through and through in our turquoise, and we're going to blow them out for you. They're well under $1,000. They're not going to be $9.99. We'll take another look at them up close for you as well. Remember, you're getting that perfect gold color choice, so whatever you like for that to be, if that's more perfect for you in the white or the rose. Obviously not seeing a ton of the gold presence. It's really about the turquoise and the diamonds, but still nice to know you're getting them exactly how you like them, whatever your gold preference is in jewelry, you got it. So how about we do these for better than, okay, let's not even do the 888 or the 777. And by the way, diamond lovers, if you're not registered yet, please get registered. That quantity on that diamond band, we're going to see that 3.5 carat. I still can't believe I'm saying those words, but 3.5 carats in diamonds coming up. That's going to be limited. So I do want to make sure you're registered and ready to go, because the registration process, if you're doing it in the moment, the rings could sell out right before you get one. So I just want to make sure that you get registered. But how about we do these for better than even $699? Send them on out of here in a hurry. Here's how we do it, and we will make this super affordable. They're not even $6.99, and our lines are busy already. That's going to continue throughout the show today. And remember, a lot of limited items as usual. Many one-of-a-kinds you're going to see as well. And then what have we done? I'm trying to think, what was our largest diamond band up to this point? 2 carats, right? To go almost double that in one band, I just never thought I'd see the day. So very excited, but limited. So here's what I'm going to do. We'll make these $599 while we've got them. And then already 1, 2, 3 pairs gone. So I know we like to start with something really good that has a nice versatility for one and all. You certainly have that here. And of course, that $599 price tag. Now, remember, there's going to be a Tanzanite pendant or 2. I've got a men's ring. I know we had so many men's rings yesterday. It was nice to see those appear. We've only got, I think out of all 4 or 5 I had, I don't think we only have one left. So I brought in another one today. It's going to be a star ruby gents ring. So that's always fun. One of the popular faves with the gentlemen. And so those who like something unique and rare. And then we're busy on the phone lines. We don't have a lot of operators here yet. They're making their way leisurely into this Sunday morning. So again, they're probably still at worship. I mean, let's face it, right? They're probably still finishing up at the church. So, you know, I worship to the God of jewelry and values, and that's what we do every Sunday that we hang out together. Boy, do we ever. Isn't it so much fun to have these values that we have? I mean, it is a day to be with us and shop all day long. Look at that. That is a really special pair of earrings. And again, bear with us. I see on the phone lines, we've got a limited operator, at least limited phone bank for the moment. So hopefully we'll get you covered here in about 10 seconds or so, get everybody in and get their favorite turquoise earring. And again, one more gone. Thank you so much. Thank you. really, really excited for this one to be here. And of course, you get that great value of only $5.99. It's amazing for, obviously we know about today's gold prices. We are aware of what's going on, but we can never actually just dismiss the fact that this is the best turquoise in the world. This is couture level turquoise, best in the world, and it's all mined out. And then you've got diamonds that are also VS stones. So that's really important as well. So really exciting. And again, a happy fall Sunday when we can all hang out. And good morning to everybody who's joining us. Nice to see you all here today. It is. So yeah, for everybody who's saying it's really cold where you're at, we're getting 90+ degree weather today. As I will say, that's usually more of an October thing, not usually a mid-November thing. So I'm not sure what's going on, but yeah, we'll try to send some of the California warmth your way to everybody who's dealing with that cold, rainy weather across the country. So, yep, it's going to be, we'll send a little bit as we can, and that's exciting. I'm not sure, are we talking about stadiums on the chat? Okay. Can I throw my hat, my name in the ring? I'd like to, yeah, I don't know if that's what we're talking about. But hey guys, good to have you with us. I love to like come in sometimes mid-conversation with you guys. See what everybody's excited about today on this Sunday. So here we are with a really important turquoise earring. Let me know if you like them. And of course, we've got an open line now. And how are we doing? Do you have a pair as well, Allison? Okay, so we've got a couple more, just again, really, really quickly, just a great way. I thought we'd start with something affordable because let's face it, not everything is going to be under $1,000. And we've got that big diamond band, which we're so excited about. We've got that men's ring. If anything sounds real good and you want to see it sooner rather than later, you can always let me know and we'll help you out as quickly as we can. Okay, so we're going to continue on here. I have the coolest amethyst. I know we don't see a lot of amethyst. And when we do, it's usually a 2 or a 3 or something like that. I have got a 1555. It is really good. So we're going to see that one coming up. Just a big, bold, actually I might try it on the hand first to give you an idea of what this looks like so you can really get a sense of the size. Take a look at this. This is something wild. And they purposely did, because I know how many of us get leery if it's too big a stone because you're worried, well, how's it going to fit on my hand? So what we did was we took this pear shape and oh, there, what's that again? Forgive, these are too big on me, but again, as far as ring size, but not too big in the diamonds. But just again, really special look there at those diamond rings coming up. Yes, 3.5 carats. Oh my gosh. So this is the 1555, but what we did was instead of sitting the pear shape completely horizontally or vertically rather, what we did was we put it at a subtle angle. So not quite. Can you imagine if it was east-west, it'd actually be too big that way as well. And then we figured if it was north to south, that also might be a little too much of a stretch. So what we did was have it angled so you can really just, I like it, fill up the finger here with great amethyst material. It's 8366 is the number. It stays in the white gold. It's our 1555. I'm going to go ahead and grab those earrings. And then we're going to put the amethyst up close because we do care so much about that quality, that stone color. Of course, this is an interesting, almost like a semi-halo. A little more than halfway around though. So like think of it like a 3/4 halo. And you've got one side over here in diamonds, almost all of this side, a little break in the diamond action there just to really elevate it. And then there's also this really sweeping. It's going to be a little easier to see when it's up close. You're going to see the way the band sweeps because it's kind of like, again, taking this beautiful, you see there, it looks like a ribbon. It looks like a ribbon has been frozen in time here to really wisp its way around this incredible stone. And then you see that side, I'll zoom back, and then here we go, where you see that ribbon-like is coming up. So that's supporting the ring. It's going to give you a great foundation on the finger, but also then sweeps around and then allows for those diamonds. Same thing here, where you see there's that little support system of that little circular bridge, if you will. And then you see how this is going to look. So from the side profile, it gives you, again, a look where you can see more of the stone than just the front. You get to see and appreciate so much more to it than that. And with that corner prong that you have as well, really, again, well protected on the stone. So it's our 1555, 26 points in diamond, staying in the white gold. And we only have the one, so it's gonna fly because it's our largest and it's our best, and this is how we like to do. Amethyst is always about not the lavender. It kind of sounds like my Tanzanite story, doesn't it? Where we're not just seeing the basic light lavender colors at all around here. It's going to be about giving you the deluxe version, the best of the best, all of that. You're getting that here with this incredible buy. We have brought this down in a new markdown. I've been doing this lately where really all week long I've been bringing you these incredible, like I call them like, you know, the back corners of the vault. They're like the deep in the vault collector's pieces that either don't come out all that often or they're really specialty rare. Therefore, they have maybe a little bit higher price tag and we're just blowing them out for you. So really some special special things happening here on the show. It's been going on all week. Of course, kicked off with my big 9-year anniversary show. That was fun. And then, of course, ever since, just seeing the values just come on through. But it's why we've been getting so many of these museum pieces out the door. It's the discounts. This one started at $59.99. It's going a lot lower than that. I see one little fingerprint, so forgive me on that. On that stone, it was like a half a fingerprint because, quite frankly, the stone is so big. I don't even know. I think, yeah, you'd have room to spare with the fingerprint on that one. So here's what we'll do instead of 59 or half that at 3. We know it's amethyst, but obviously getting into that bigger size is important, and we're going to blow it out right now for just, let's not even do 3 or 2 or even 1,500 when it's got a 1,555, not a bad size at all. We'll make this one, how about $13.99? New discount on that one to get it a home. Then we've got a bangle bracelet. A conch pearl is here. We're going to see our diamonds in bangles. We can't keep those in stock. You know that. They are very popular, and that has a lot to do with the fact that we are not upping our gold prices to accommodate where they're at these days. So we're going to show you a great bangle. It's our last of its kind in this really cool, easy to wear, easy to put on bangle. So we will see that. Tanzanite pendant. I've got a fancy cut as well. Really affordable. That's lovely, and so much more. And of course, you can make requests too, and I hope you will, because that would be very exciting to do, because obviously we want to show you exactly what you're looking for. Okay, gentlemen, here it is. This is the new star ruby. What do you think? Great stone, huh? One of the most defined stars I've seen. And yet we had so much fun. I felt bad because we had this trio of ladies rings the other day and they sold out. And so I thought we got to find something for the gentlemen. So we did. So star ruby that time around. So we'll see that as well. And that's going to be coming up in the show. Now let's get to that new bangle, because obviously amethyst is one thing and that's wonderful. And we're all going to, I know, we're all going to hang on for that diamond ring. I'll tell you, not everyone's going to get that diamond ring. I'm just going to tell you that now. It's very, very limited. But this is probably my favorite style we've done of this particular designer's bangles because of the Clover shape, which again has another name when you refer to it out of the retail couture world, which we know. It's one of the most recognizable and iconic of designs, and we're so excited to have this for you. It's 40 points in diamonds as well, and there's going to be, I've already unfastened it for you because there's a clasp in the back, so it's really easy, and because there's a wire inside, it's this, like, don't think of it as like fishing line. It's actually going to be memory grade wire, so it actually keeps its shape, and yet you have flexibility, if you will, because what they do is they actually string these gorgeous beads of 14 karat gold all along that memory wire. So what that does is allow you to have that flexibility built in, because otherwise bracelets tend to be very rigid and very, they tend to be not that flexible, and sometimes they can be more difficult to put on, and then what good's a bracelet if you're never putting it on? So here's where we get you a great look with that Clover style. They go halfway around the arm here, so or the wrist, because they're going to go actually a little more than halfway because they go all the way down the side, so you really see them from every angle. And look at the finishing too. I love that finishing behind the Clovers, because each section there is done in diamonds. It's item number 7690. It's our little Clover details with our beadwork as well, which is really important. It's going to stay in the yellow gold. That's the way the designer does it. And of course, really important right now, yellow gold tends to be our favorite. You have everywhere between, that's the average size, so 6.5 to 7.5, and anywhere in between there is going to work for you. There was a $49.99 price, and now we get to take it a lot lower. Let me show it to you on, because that's always going to be important. What it looks like on is everything when you're talking about a great bangle, and yet stackable style, which I think is also really nice, because, you know, a lot of us are doing that these days with our arm candy, as we call it, where you can have a great stackable style, and meaning it can play well with your other pieces. Take a look at that. So this is what I mean by flexible. If I wanted to actually make that more of your traditional line bracelet, you could, but look at how it still falls back into place. So it's going to be that memory wire is really what's invaluable, because that's what's going to keep it. So you actually just go ahead and put it on like so, and then you're good to go. Now, if you wanted to, you could wear it like that. There's not really a need to close it. But obviously, most of you are saying, it's diamonds and gold, thank you very much, I'm gonna lock it. But just pointing out that because that way that it almost acts as a cuff and really wraps around your wrist, even if you were not to clasp it on the inside center, you're okay, it's never gonna go anywhere. So in that case, it would give you a little more flexibility to go even larger on the wrist size. So maybe even if you are thinking, well, I've got maybe a 7 3/4, 8-inch wrist, so this is still gonna work, it just probably wouldn't clasp and close all the way. And it's really easy to do so because you have that little button closure. So you snap it into place, and then you lock it, and then of course you press the button down to release it, so it's very easy. But that's how it's gonna look, and then of course it's gonna be stackable. But all of this is your 14 karat solid gold. We'll show it back up close here. Those Clovers, full cut round brilliant diamonds, 4 per. So they're your lucky 4-leaf Clovers, of course. And we're going to take it down below $49.99 for you, because that's what's important here. Making sure that it goes in a hurry. That's all we can do, is just blow out everything we got. Take it all on down. That's how we do this, guys. That's how we make it happen for you. So that's what's been happening all week long. We're continuing that trend with those big, big discounts you love. You rely on us for the best values in the world, but when we take our own best values and we discount from there, it's a whole different deal. And that's why you love us. So here's what we'll do. I'll switch it up a little bit. We'll go under $2,000. Keep in mind, it is a one only, and it can go right out to you because there's no sizing needed. Stays in the yellow gold. We'll blow it out for actually better than $19.99. Just one, and it feels very designer without the designer price tag. I think we all know that this designer in particular that probably has made this motif so well known usually does what? They do enamelings, and then they do other stones. When they go really high end, they use agate. Okay, which you know, I love agate. I love a great designer style. I love malachites. I like some, you know, white agate, black agate, those different looks, blue agate. That's all fine and well, but not exactly the most valuable stone in the world. And yet that's their highest end of how they do this motif typically when they add color. We went with the VS Diamond route, makes it even more collectible, and we'll make it $1,499 for the one caller who says, that's my bracelet. That's one that I'm going to see myself wearing a lot. I can stack, I can wear with other things, I can enjoy every day, because is it oversized or too dressy or ostentatious? Not at all. It's really, really wearable. So take advantage of it, because we only have the one. And then we'll move right along. We had our Conch pearl. I do have a new Sphene, and it's in a pendant. And then we've got Rhodochrosite coming up. Oh, we never see Rhodochrosite. And Tanzanite earrings in a trillion. Okay, so that's what everybody's always after, is these big Tanzanite earrings. And what I've been seeing from you guys is that we're mostly wanting the button styles. Let me flash what we have that's new today, because there are so many folks that are looking for the big blue wing block D. Well, these are big. They're huge. They're large, all right. There's over 12 carats total weight in your pair of earrings. So if you are waiting for the largest stud we've had, that is it. It's a trillion. I think about, we had that great trillion yesterday. It was a 5 carat. So it'd be a beautiful match, and that each center stone is 6 carats. So that'd be a beautiful match if you got the trillion yesterday. Forgive me, I can't remember who got that, but we had a really incredible trillion. It was a 5 carat. Just a little over 5 carat. Those earrings really would be lovely with it. So something as an option. And then do you want to see a little preview of the Asher cut yellow? This is our first. There it is. Oh my goodness, and the color is amazing, because a lot of times Ashers and emerald cuts will be a little lighter in color, which can do a disservice to the yellows, because we want to see brighter, richer color. This one is just as bright and beaming and sunshine yellow as the side stones. So that's a pretty elite ring. That's one I was showing you right up front from the beginning of the show. So we do have that as well coming up. That's exciting to see a nice big Asher cut diamond. It's still over a carat. We do have a new moonstone. I brought out the trillion earrings that we had earlier in the week, but there's also going to be one moonstone here. So let's take a look, and I believe this is our first radiant. I've had an Asher, I've had an emerald cut, but never in this museum level. Here is, oh yeah, oh, now we're seeing a different type of glow. There's always been this great, obviously these are the private collection stones we've been seeing in the last couple of weeks that have more color than ever before. And a big part of that is, yes, the material itself, but also the cutting and the fact it's fancy faceting, not cabochons. This one definitely needs rhodium. And pretty much every ring I've seen us do in white gold lately needs rhodium. So forgive that, and I make the notes, and you know, our jewelers have, they're working on that. But here's what we have for you in our private collection moonstone. Now keep in mind, they've been all going. This is one of our larger ones. That's our 418. It is our radiant cut with 43 points in the diamonds. Now they're stacked. It's actually going to be 2 of the princess cuts down the middle, and then it's going to be a couple of round brilliants there as well surrounding them. But don't wait. And again, note made about the rhodium. You can do yellow gold or rose gold if you'd like, which really it looks like yellow now. And what we're going to do is make this incredibly affordable. The item number is 9625. Call me on the bracelet as well, because that's still here and that will not stay here. And I know we're all anxiously awaiting the diamond band. It is not going to be inexpensive, and it's not going to be for everybody, but it is coming at the bottom of the hour, and that's next hour. So about an hour from now. So we're in full on, at this point, we're in like countdown mode on the diamond ring. 3.5 carats in diamonds. Yes, they're coming up. They're amazing. I'm a tall human being, and I got to tell you, that ring is huge. For that to look like that from a distance away from across the room, That's an important diamond ring. So here we go. This is going to be our private collection moonstone, and let's blow it out right now. This is a one only, 43 points in the diamonds. Any gold you want, we're going to give it choices on that throughout the day so that you get your favorite gold color. But let's make sure that we can get this one home, shall we? And that's what's been happening with these moonstones collectible. We've had the rounds, which are gone. This one's got a little bit of both the golden glow and the blues. You seeing it? Looks like a wash of Tanzanite color that's going up and down the top of the stone, and then you see when it moves side to side, it's got this gorgeous like golden hour glow. So this beautiful kind of golden orangey red pinky material. I mean, this is stunning. Here's what it looks like on. From a distance, you're still going to see those bold colors in every one of them. So very much like, again, think of, I've been calling it like kind of feels like unicorn or pixie dust, or something of a mythological degree where we're talking about a natural gem from the earth, but it's got so much of this powerful look. Forget about just the moonstones of old where they're just a little blue or a little bit of purple. No, this is every color of the rainbow, including goldens, greens, yellows, reds, pinks, oranges, all of that. And we're gonna make this really affordable. So incredible value coming up, and nowhere else are you going to find this level of moonstone and a go with everything stone, so you'll wear it a lot. And we're going to make this one, you know what, just send it out for better than $49. I don't like that price. We were seeing a lot of that yesterday, and we're going to go ahead and make sure we do discounts on everything. Everything must go, and that's what it's about. And we've got all kinds of brand new, but then we're going to see those really, it's the top of the hours, the bottom of the hours that are going to rock your world today in everything we do. Plus there's a new Sphene as well, not just the pendant, but we'll show you a ring as well. But how about this one for better than even $2,500? And again, specialty stone, great look, amazing color. And colors, it's every single color, but in a more pastel range. So this is lovely, and we're going to make it even better than 25, 24. Let's blow it out, make it $23.99. Very first caller, that is it. So a fabulous way to go. A $23.99 piece, and we'll see who's got it. And then the amethyst is here. Don't forget, we still have turquoise earrings. We had lucky enough to have a couple of those to go around. And then of course we've got our beautiful bracelet. The bracelet is designer, and that moonstone, again, I've got the note made here on the rhodium if you're choosing the white, but if you're getting the yellow gold, that is going to be totally up to you. And of course that mounting can be switched with no extra charge for you. Isn't that great? We always do that. Free gold color when we can, which is most of the time. And then we'll get to our lovely, lovely Rhodochrosite. One of the rarest stones in the world is actually coming up, and loving this one as well. It's actually in the yellow gold for now. And this one, just as I said, we can change most things. This one is one that's going to stay in the yellow, but look how rich. The pinky reds, the hot pinky reds of Rhodochrosite, one of those extremely rare stones. And again, questions or requests, let me know what they are. We'll help you out as best we can. But this is where you get this wider band. It's item number, let's see, 1125584. And that is almost my birthday. But here we go. It's 70 points in the radiant. And that is also a wild cut. And these are stones that usually fall a little bit in the clarity scale. They get little foggy, little hazy. They can be a little bit like a waxy luster. This one is just looking fabulous, plus the diamonds all set within. This reminds me so much of that great heart shape we had yesterday in a designer necklace, where the burnishing of the round brilliance, not only that, but the different sizes that are incorporated in. So talk about a complex piece to make, not easy to create all those different diamond round brilliance the way they are. And yet one huge gold presence, which is what really we know this style is retiring, because obviously you can't get that kind of gold for the price I'm about to give, even if you were just making a simple band. So if you are a fan of the hot pinks, that's how you do it. I'm going to size it for you. It's another great idea to wear either middle finger, index finger, I would say, as well as the ring finger. But if you tend to just wear more delicate rings, this is one you move right on over. But it's got that low profile, so it still works to do that, and you don't have any worries about it. But look at the glow of that stone. One of those rarities, of course, one of this, I always like to point out when a stone in its rarest form comes from the US, that's a little more unique as well. So we take a lot of pride in USA made, and of course all of our jewelry is, but the gemstones usually come from different corners of the global community. And here's where the material comes from, right here in Colorado. So it's kind of cool how it's called the Sweet Home Mine, but it's in Colorado. It's kind of like our Sleeping Beauties we started the show with, where it's also the best material in the world comes from Arizona, and I should say came from, because of course that's now past tense. that material is done. So Rhodochrosite, very specialty, very rare, but can you believe we're doing this band for under $5,000? When you get that much gold, that's really challenging to do. You don't do a lot of bands of that size. You saw it on my hand. It's got a nice stature to it. It's a really good, you know, powerful piece. This feels like with the yellow, gold, and the pink, you know, most all of our hot pinks and reds, even the mehenges, they tend to be in white gold, but there's that luxury look that you're getting here in the yellow that I think is really nice to see. And we're going to show it at a major value. It's not even $2,000. We'll blow it out for $19.99 right here and now for you, but that's going to go. So $49 to $19.99, much better value there. And then we can get to that gents ring, the Tanzanite earrings. We're halfway through the hour here. Reminder that if you have a request, because this is the finale to our week, so it's certainly been a week long of incredible shows, and if there is anything you want to check on, I would do that. Do it now before pieces do go, because that's what everyone does at the end of the week, and we want to make sure you get your favorites. And then also we have a new Sphene, and we'll see our yellow diamond pendant, and then we've got the most amazing pink diamond earrings. They're big, but I'm set up with the chore, which is really actually anything but, to make those affordable, and that's a lot of earring. A lot of earring. And so those are my pink diamond earrings that I will have for you. Plus we're going to see a new aqua, but $19.99 for Rhodochrosite. I don't think I have another stone in our entire inventory, because the couple I've had over the years have sold. It's usually one of those collectors go after it quickly. So you don't see it last very long. And so that's one. And then look at this. There's the Sphene. Okay. Well, that's awfully pretty. So wait, we're discontinuing that band, but then we have a new piece that has an even wider band with so much diamond weight going on. Well, that's really happening. Look at this. I don't know if there's been a prettier Sphene than that one. And rounds are usually where I go. I love a round because the dispersion and the rounds are like the match made in heaven. But honestly, this radiant cut is doing the same powerful thing, but with that very sophisticated outer rectangular shape to it. It is gorgeous. And I think we got the Rhodochrosite perhaps going. But look at this. This is wild, isn't it? And it's our 1 carat 51. I mean, I don't know if we're ready for this yet, but I just want to show you that's a firework effect happening. And thanks to the natural beauty and rarity and what's called dispersion of that stone, but way more than that. And what I can't show you, obviously you see that dispersion, it's working its wonder and its magic right before your eyes. What I cannot show you is actually the rarer part of the stone, which is the fact that it is a color change stone. And there are Sphenes out there that exist that don't change color. So don't think, Sphene, I've seen that before, I've heard that before. This is something I brought exclusively to the world as a debut in 2017. Nobody had seen it. Nobody knew it existed. It hadn't been written about in a gem book. It wasn't in an encyclopedia or textbook. Nobody literally knew it existed. And then I bring it out as a worldwide premiere on the air in 2017. Still one of my proudest moments here, because that is a privilege to be able to do. And yet now we're at the tail end of what is the second collection, the second parcel, if you will. And that is extraordinary. 9644 is the odd number. I guess, I don't know if we're ready for this. I mean, it's a very high-end, extremely valuable stone because of its size, the ring, the gold, the everything. And yet it feels like luxury lace. It's our 151 radiant cut. It has 48 points in diamonds that are the halo, but then look at them just keep going and going and going, side to side, cutout details, mill grain everywhere, and a lot of gold still. Don't take the cutouts as like, oh, it's lightweight. No. You're starting, and you just saw it. We had this wide band with the Rhodochrosite, and now it just got wider. I mean, it's a huge ring, and any gold you want, and all that. But it's a little high-end for 30 minutes into a Sunday. But then there's you guys who say, no, we got a 3.5 carat diamond band, and I think any show that's got a 3.5 carat largest diamond band we've ever put together in mega stones. Obviously, we've had 4 carat bands, but they were like 400 stones. We've got a 5 stone. 70 pointers each. The largest diamonds we've ever put in a band are coming up in the show today. And boy, I would have loved a week or two to tell you about it. But again, why couldn't we do that? Because it's so limited. So we are counting down. We are only now 57 minutes away from that band. So just an FYI, if you need to do anything else on this Sunday that is happening in the next hour or two, you want to do that now before that bottom of the hour, because that's going to be coming up. 57 minutes, we do the band, the 3.5 carats. But this one should not be here this early. Here's what I'm going to do instead, because I want to give you a value. I want to get everybody going. And I know we don't just wait for the band, because only a few of you are going to get that band. And we have a lot of people ready to shop and ready to get the value. So here's how we do this. Superstar piece, amazing value. I got to show it on. This is one of the top stones in the world. Forget about when I debuted it. We went a couple years without it. It essentially went on a hiatus, but that was not by choice. There was no more. 2017, in about a month's time, I sold out everything we had at that parcel. Then another better collection with brighter open colors came out, and that was more recently. So now we're kind of going through those and pretty excited about it. So it's a really big moment for you to get in. And that has got to be one of our superstars of all the Sphenes we've seen, because look at the colors and the reds and the oranges and the yellows and the greens and the blues. It's all happening. Let me show it to you on the hand here. It is supposed to be $6,999. Well, let's try something a little different. Look at that. Wow. Shining on through. Seriously, where they fall, if anywhere, is that color sometimes gets too dark. And so a lot of you have noticed that and said, give me a stone where it gives that bright open green. It's never supposed to be light. It's not a pale green, but it's got to have that real consistent color. It's not going to be, well, let's try to move this along here. I think we can do it. It's just going to take a real teeny tiny price. And that's a relative term. And look at that, little heart-shaped detailing, cutouts. We stopped the diamonds right around where you're not going to see them anymore. So where the fingers meet, that's where the diamonds stop, and then the design just goes and wraps its way around. But then it's got that sizing bar in the back. Now remember, we're going to size it for you upon arrival, so meaning it arrives ready to wear. But here's our white, yellow, rose gold option. I got to do something wild here. And so I say, let's get everybody going. Let's go crazy. If you took out every stone in it and just said, let's just melt down the gold, you got about $4,500. I'm looking now because I haven't seen this mounting in a while. $4,500 worth of gold. So what if we take it to $4,500 and just say, there, done, gone, like an auction? Oh no, but I can't say that. We're only 35 minutes in. First hour auctions are forbidden. I'm going to try it right now. I'm going to try it. I want to get these phone lines rocking because I know that we had a lot of calls in the beginning of the show, which usually means we're not broadcasting. Because when you call before you see an item, that usually means we're not broadcasting, and I think that's probably the issue here. So I'm going to test that theory, and we're going to do something wild. Okay, we're going to find out. I'm not going to do 45. I'm not going to do $4,000 or $3,500. I'm going to try something crazy, and this is a very valuable stone. One of the most valuable we bring you, and I think that tells you something because almost everything I bring you is really valuable. We're going to do something even better than $3,500. Call me now. This is the Sphene you want to have. This is the radiant, so every little bit, the color and brilliance you get from a round, which is usually our preference, and yet brought to life via the radiant, which gives you even more status because it's more unique and unusual. So how about we get this one going for better than even $3,500. I think we're ready on this one, I think. Here's what I got going on. I'm going to make this even better than 35. Let's try $3,000. I know you're not going to have a lot of competition. I think that's clear. That's very clear. We're all waiting for the band. Some of our networks probably aren't here. So this is where, again, you've got a very, very special way to go. And $3,000, $10 increments, so much gold. We're $1,500 less than the gold cost by itself. Then you get the free Sphene and the free diamonds. And the diamonds are almost a half carat there as well. And any gold and any size you want. So that's another big moment there to take advantage of. But how about this? Since this is obviously forbidden anyways, what difference does it make if we're losing a little money or a lot of money or an incredible amount of money? Let's go even less than $3,000. I'm really trying to make sure that we've got some fantastic viewers that are collecting the best of the best, that want to have the unique. It's funny, when I look at this stone, it looks almost as if this brilliance and the dispersion go beyond that of the outside of the stone. It looks like it's carrying that dispersion through the outside border there. It's so special. Like, doesn't it look like the reds at the top are almost beaming beyond the stone? It is so cool. This is dispersion level beyond any other. Excuse me. And we're going to do better than 3,000. Let's go even lower than 29, 28, 27, so much gold. A bold band, these gold bands that are wide and heavy like this are all of a thing of the past. They are not going to be seen going forward just because gold is getting, again, it's already crazy, and then it's getting crazier by the day. And we've been seeing that go on for a long time. So let's make sure that we are still that respite. We're still that, again, that great alternative, because am I asking a lot for the gold? No, anybody else is going to ask more than $2,700 just for the gold by itself. So to get a stone like this, the rarity that is with all those diamonds, that's incredible. Let's go even better than $2,700 or $2,600. I'm going to go $2,500 to start. We are now $2,000 less than the gold by itself. That is at $25. $10 increments, so I wouldn't worry about that because it doesn't matter until we get it started anyways. And you are looking at one of those potentially, we got to get a call here and got to get things going, but that's got to be the best value we've seen in a long time on a Sphene, especially with that cutting you're getting as well. So $2,500, let's go to it. And that's going to be it to get this one started. Let's come on in. We need to make the magic happen, and you don't all have to wait for the band that's coming up in an hour because only a couple of you are going to get one of those because they're 70-point diamonds each, and each band requires 5 of them. So we're not going to have enough of those to go around. That is quite clear. I've already got somebody who's reserved 4 of them, and they're not even a jeweler. They're just a diamond lover who is shopping for gifting for holidays, and I hear you on that. So we have got verifications going on. So this is the test. I mean, I'm just testing the audience. We're just testing to make sure we are broadcasting because I kind of feel like maybe no, we're not. So here we go at 25. Let me know if you'd like to get that started. Nobody yet. That's okay, but again, if we don't have anybody on that one, no collectors today, that's fine too. But we are looking for 25. Maybe we need to sweeten the deal even more. I mean, like I said, money lost is money lost. At this point, what difference does it make if it's like $2,000, $3,000, or 4? Let's keep going. You know what? I hear phones ringing. But here's what I'm going to do instead of $2,500 to start. I'm going to go $2,400 instead. Every little bit counts. We're going backwards so you can go forwards. And what I mean by go forwards is add an incredible rarity to your jewelry collection that most people have never heard of, let alone seen, let alone own, let alone wear. And yet, if you're saying, well, I got to love it, you will love it. If you're somebody who enjoys sparkle, brilliance, beauty, no open yet at 24. Okay. I think that pretty much seals the deal. I think I know we're dealing with perhaps some weirdness. Here's what I'm going to do. Instead of 24, oh, I'm in trouble. Instead of $2,400, I'm going to go even lower, and we might be verifying. This is a lot of, hold on. Let me just borrow it for a moment and show it to you from a distance away. That's a lot of ring, and if it's 2, again, you got that longer finger and that longer finger. So we will size it. So if you're saying, oh, I don't want to size it like to a bigger size to fit my index finger, why not? We're doing that for you too. So why not? Okay, we're going to go. Oh, this makes me so nervous. I'll tell you what. You know, I always think of a certain, you know, I'm into numbers. 23. 23. Typically a number that we associate with the best. If you're a sports fan, you know that. Kids always want to wear 23. It's also part of my number that I love, 223. I'm going to tell you right now, we're going to go $2,300 because I think this is seriously the best auction value I've ever had. And I know it's early, and I know this is why we don't do auctions in the first hour because it takes a lot of time. The one thing, the challenge is to sell things to people that aren't watching. That's really challenging. When people are not watching, it's really tough to get them to call in to buy something, okay? And that's why when you try to do an auction in the first hour and you know you have less viewership than you do in hour 2 and hour 3, you don't even want to risk it. And now not only have I've gone there, we said forget risking it, we're just doing it. So $2,300, it is my final offer because that stone is worth more, the diamonds are worth more, the gold is worth more, all independently of each other. So to put then all of that together and have this incredible ring, and we're going to give it a final, nope, nobody on this one. All right, that's okay too. That's fine. But we are going to give it a final 60 seconds to get this one started. I mean, why not? $2,300. Allison, you had a caller. Were they making a request? Oh, the 5-stone ring. What'd you tell him? Uh-oh, what'd you tell him? Did you tell him, sorry, you're out of luck? Did you tell him what time? They know. So okay, so do they know how this operates? Okay, so we're doing it at 11:30 Pacific time. That's 2:30, so the 5-stone band is coming up at 11:30. So everybody who's asking about it, 11:30, we've got about, it's just only like 45 minutes away, so not long. And we're going to bring it out. Yeah, and we will tell you about it then. I mean, I've told you there's 3.5 carats. We'll give you the price. Our operators don't have the price yet because I don't know what I'm doing yet. Look at this. I mean, I'm just making my own rules here. You think that's a $2,300 ring? Absolutely not. It's a $7,000 ring. Customer service? Request? What's that? Wait, they're asking about the 5-stone too? Oh boy, I haven't been communicating very well today, have I? Oh, I'm sorry. So the 5-stone ring is coming up at 11:30 Pacific. That is 1:30 Central Time. That is 2:30 Eastern Time. It's 46 minutes and 20 seconds from now. 5-stone ring. It is really, really good. It's really, really good. I go ahead and do your comparison shopping now, because there's a lot of people that are going to say, oh, well, I'm sure I could. You can never do this anywhere. I've done the legwork. I've been doing this for 25 years. We could go back to when I started in the business in the year 2000, and you are not going to see a value like what we're going to bring you in the 5-stone ring today. Do we have 23? We do have $2,300. All right. Well, somebody sees the value and loves the Sphene, and I'm all for it. We're going to give it a final 2 minutes. We're going to do that. We've got our open. I got a little bit overwhelmed because we had so many people calling in. It turns out they're calling in on this band, and the band is coming up in a couple of minutes. But we still have to wrap up this Sphene because, like I said, even though we're waiting for a certain time to get you kind of the big debut, we have other pieces in the meantime to show you that do need a home as well. So we're giving you some opportunities. But yes, that 5-stone, 3.5. That means there's 70 points each. 70 points each, nearly 3/4 of a carat round brilliant diamonds, and yes, they're VS. Because I know a lot of you are going to see the price and go, oh, they must have gone to some like I3, I2 quality. I literally heard somebody on TV the other day raving about the fact that they were I2s, and I'm going, what? How do you even say that with a straight face? They're going, these stones are amazing. They're I2 diamonds. And I'm going, what? That's like, there's nothing much below that at this point. So we're going to bring you VS diamonds in the huge size coming up. So get ready. Only about 45 minutes, but let's wrap this up first. We're going to give it 2 minutes because we have $2,300. So here we go. Last chance, last call on the Sphene. And let me try it on here for you. So I do have to, take off the 3.5 carat bands. And I'll tell you, you can get more than one band too. I've already got somebody who said 4. Somebody has reserved, well, you can't technically reserve them, but they've told me, they reached out and they said, I'm getting 4, and trust me, they know diamonds, and whenever we have a big diamond debut, they come on in. So we've got a few of you that are already thinking about how many you want to shop on the band, and that's going to be coming up in just about 44 minutes now. But our last call now, 90 seconds left on the Sphene and the wider band with all this incredible diamond work around it. The diamonds we're very, very mindful of the fact that the diamonds start on one side and go to the other. As your fingers are together, you're going to see nothing but diamonds side to side, and we have 80 seconds remaining. Do not let this Sphene pass you by here. It's an incredible stone. It's got that radiant cutting, which is one of the rarer cuts to see in really anything, but then to see it with this stone and the way that disperses as a result of that radiant cut, well, it's right there. Hard not to marvel at that. It's not too dark. It's not the greens. Sometimes the greens get a little too dark and they get into these really deep saturated colors, and suddenly going, oh, suddenly I'm not seeing all the dispersion. Because if the saturation of the stone itself is too dark, it tends to overtake all that beautiful dispersion that we want to see. So that is also really, really important. And 35 seconds now remaining. Ultimate diamond value. This is going to be one of the most monumental shows. And I just wish I had an opportunity to tell you about it, but it is pretty limited. So we know our Sunday audience is a big one anyways. So we just want to make sure that, again, today, 44 minutes away from showing you our really important 5-stone band that is everything and then some. I've never seen a diamond value like it. I've been giving diamond values for 2.5 decades on TV, so it's a good one. It's a really good one, and we're going to be showing it to you very soon, so get ready for that. And our last call here, 23 going once, twice, 3 times, nobody else. All right, well, that is sold. Congratulations. Thank you so much. Take a look at this fancy cut. This is going to be good. This is our really pretty fawn diamond as the bail, and with a fancy cut Tanzanite. And let me know if you want to see those big trillion Tanzanite earrings. We have those as well. Here we go with 95.94. And that is an outstanding stone. See how it's like, I think of it like a pie cut, but a little more narrow and elongated than some, so it's not as much triangular. And this is $95.94. That's a 3 carat 75 fancy cut stone with the individual fawn diamond at the top, which is also mimicking the cut. Not exactly the same, but very similar, so that they can meet up at that narrow side and almost create that little bit of an hourglass shape when it's upright on your neckline. It's a 375 with a 29-point fawn. It is less than $59.99. That's the good news. And the bad news is we only have the one. So it's a fancy cut, so you're automatically getting into something of the higher end level and range when you're talking about Tanzanites, because we've seen a number of them. But a lot of the museum reserves were the fancy cuts, and that's because they're extra special. And a lot of times, what do we go to museums to look at? Extra special things, whether it be stamps, automobiles, fossils, jewelry, gems. We want to see extraordinary things that aren't just available anywhere and everywhere. And that's why a lot of the fancy cuts were immediately put aside as museum reserves. Now you can own one, well, before it goes to the museum, 7/8 of an inch is the top to bottom. Here's what it looks like on the neckline as well, to give you an idea there, so you can see what that is all about. But it's going to be an extraordinary example of what we love to see with those blue wings. And you see it here in a little bit better light, which means worse light, because lower light is better light for neon stones, and that's exactly what you have right here. And we're going to take it significantly less than $59. That just, to me, I mean, obviously it looks like a $59.99 piece, but when you see that from a distance, does that look like something that should be under $3? What about under $2? Yes, we're going there. Take a look at it up close. It's under $2. I tell you, that is going to be gone in a flash. And it'll still go color-wise with all your blue wings. I understand you don't have a ring that looks like this, because this is the only stone like it. But we're not doing even $2,000. It's not $19.99. One only here. That's going to go. It has nowhere to go but out. And that's what's going to happen, because this is what happens when these values are the way they are. Everything goes. It's $1,888 for that pendant. And you saw that just a moment ago from a distance. That's not an under $2,000 look, but we're just making it that so we can send it out very, very quickly. So a really important stone there. Don't forget about the diamond bangle, the beautiful amethyst, the really good moonstone we had, the turquoise earrings that were very popular out the starting gate today. So let me know if any of those are appealing to you. We can help you out with those, but $18.88. And that's a 29-point fawn. That's a significant size in a fawn diamond. And it's got a lot of those white fawn. It's a beautiful brown pink. So there's a lot of pink elements to what is naturally, still a naturally occurring stone. This is not a man-made or synthetic or treated stone, but it's got that beautiful color and cutting, and of course, a really good size to it. So that'll be $18.88, one color there. Let's show you our men's piece as well. And it's going to be some very, very special. We're actually calling it a sapphire. It's really a ruby, because, you know, sapphires, when they get red, are actually rubies. So we'll take a look at that next. It's our Gentleman's Star Ruby. And it's going to be item number 1128989. And that is our 155. These are unheated stones. So always unheated to get the asterism. If you had the heating, if that occurred, there would no longer be the little teeny tiny routine needles required to show you an asterism and make that phenomenal happen. So carat 55 on the center, 40 points in the diamonds around it. Here's the inside, fully finished as well. So you got a great look. Again, rhodium needed, but again, we also have the option here to change the gold color. So irrelevant if you're changing it to the yellow gold or the rose gold, something will do for you free of charge. So it's an incredible, incredible stone. It's our $69.99 gents ring, as it goes when you get bigger gold quantities. It's going to be a little more pricey, but we were blowing out men's rings yesterday. I'm excited to say we're doing it again today. I don't have as many today as I did yesterday, but we do have this very special stone, and proud to bring it to you. Incredible value on the way. And we're going to blow it out for less than $7,000, because that's going to leave it here. If I know our audience the way I suspect I do, which, you know, just happens with 9 years of doing this every day, you know that $7,000 might be something that we're trying to adapt to that idea of kind of the new pricing age. But instead, I know we're much more comfortable going backwards to a different era in pricing, and that's exactly what we're doing right here. And it's not going to be $69, $59, $49, or $39.99. Suddenly, we're already looking at incredible value on a true, all-natural asterism. So really handsome stone here, great mounting too. It doesn't overdo the diamonds, because I think a lot of our gentlemen tell me, you know, I don't want oversized diamonds. I don't need a carat or more. I just want it to be something that really frames and suits the stone nicely, and I think this does. And it's not even going to be $2,999 either. A tough task when you're incorporating that much gold as a men's ring requires, but we're doing better than 29 as well. There's a reason that all but one of my gents' rings went yesterday, and truth be told, the one that didn't was because I didn't fully present it. So it's, you know, it's something we don't have as much of, and if you're discounting a men's ring in today's day and age, that adds up to quite a discount. It's a better value than ever before. And we'll take it down to actually less than 25. Let's blow it out for $24.99. Very first and only caller on that one. $2,499. And get ready, that diamond band will be coming up in, we're only about 36 minutes away at this point. So 36 minutes till we debut that diamond band. Tell a friend, tell a jeweler, tell a diamond lover, tell anybody who's getting married, or if you have a big anniversary coming up, this is like the ultimate way to celebrate the anniversary band. Everyone's doing 5-stone diamond bands, but usually they're half carat, 20 points, 30 points all together. We're going to do more than that individually on the diamond, so that's exciting as well. So lots to get to today. Pink diamonds are here. Don't forget about the Tanzanite fancy cut pendant as well for $18.88. That's got to go. Turquoise earrings, amethyst as well. We have that $15.55. The Rhodochrosite is still here. If you want the Rhodochrosite, make sure you get that. That's a beautiful rarity. We hardly ever see it all, regardless of price. So that's very important. And then look at this Sphene. I should probably show this before we have our winner of the auction leave us, because we did have that gorgeous radiant cut. Look at this. There is a pendant that would go nicely with it right there. That's a very pretty stone. Let's just show this really quickly on the hand, because I know this is a very highly reflective metal and style. So let's show it from a distance away and see what that looks like. So this is all near finished gold, and it's actually going to be a slide. So you have a really good option. You can use any size chain you want, any size. So that's going to be item number 1129689, as long as it fits here, which is a good probably 20 millimeters to work with. So most chains would not be this wide. So you've got a lot you can work with here as far as your, again, I know it's tough. It's picking up just like my signet ring does. It picks up a lot of glare here, but you can see this is a really good stone. It's a 253 as a matter of fact. So we're giving you a larger stone. This was, remember the ring we just had? That was about 1.5 carats. This is 253. 12 points in diamonds. They're basically a stripe that goes right down the center vertically, but you could also wear this way. You could just put your chain through the sides as well. I mean, I don't know, maybe you couldn't. Oh, it might sit a little weird. Probably best to go north to south. And so you can wear it that way. Let me give you a measurement on it. We'll show you what it looks like on. It's one only, can be changed in the gold color. So your platform is going to be your choice. There's a lot of gold. It could even be, if you really wanted one day to just go more simple. There you can see that is 7/8 of an inch or so, or is it more like 3/4? Well, it's a little, yeah, a little more than 3/4, but not quite 7/8. So right in that range, but the back is fully finished. So you can see all that mirror finishing through the back. Here's what it looks like on the neckline as well. So you can see it there. That's a nice size piece. Really got a great feel, a great style to it. And we're going to go really quickly down in price because, well, I saw what happened at the auction. We all were seeing that in real time. So let's do this for a better value. And this is, I know, again, look at the mirror finishing. Diamonds that actually go in a graduated style from larger to smaller as they meet the stone there. And this is going to be our one only. We'll blow it out right now, $253, and very modern. I wish you could appreciate it. I think it's hard to appreciate under this kind of light environment when you have that much gold. We love gold, but that's a lot of mirror finishing, so it does. Mirror finishing, it acts as a mirror. So you're seeing a lot of glare there, but I wanted to show you, this is that side profile I was talking about. That's all open. So you can fit virtually any chain, including your omegas. That's the beauty of a slide, is it works for more than just your dainty traditional pendant chains. It's gonna work for more than that. So you really get that opportunity there. So we've only got the one. We'll blow it out. It's better than, yeah, I don't love $49.99 as much. So I'll do this really, really quickly for, let's just make it, you know what, first caller, $19.99 instead. A real simple, easy opportunity for one Sphene collector out there. And look at that stone. It is looking so good. So really important stone there in that radiant. So matches back to that ring that already is sold via the auction, but you got a really great chance to pick one up. We do have a heart-shaped Mandarin. That's unusual. Had a trillion the other night. That was lovely. But we got the heart shape today. Chameleon diamond discount. I've even got some Mozambique rubies, which we hardly ever see, but the trick is they're unheated. So most Burma rubies are heated, but if we want to go unheated, we can bring you some Mozambique stones that are going to be nicely priced as well. So lots to get to, but we're only 30 minutes away from the main event, but we do have a top of the hour. So 2 minutes away from the top of the hour, bottom of the hour is when we see our band. We'll bring you the pink diamond earrings. Yes, pink diamond earrings are coming up. I know they look incredibly lavish, and they are, but they're coming up at a great value, so stay with us for that. That'll be our top of the hours, our pink diamond earrings, and then we've got more. Yellow diamond, remember, we're gonna see our first ever Asher cut yellow coming up. Let me just show you, speaking of great pendants that are super rare, I'm gonna show you another rarity. This is our Conch pearl. It comes with the chain. It's really dainty in the sense that it's our 42-point conch. It's item number 8085, and it's got a, well, as they do, natural shape. These are not something that are faceted. They come out of the shell, the big sea snail shell, in these different shapes. Most of them are somewhat, the high quality ones are somewhat oval. This one is a little more elongated oval and somewhat Baroque in that it's not completely 100% exactly the same shape all the way through. Does that make sense? So slightly freeform. From a distance, it just looks like a gorgeous oval. It's our platinum setting, 7 points in the diamonds as well, and it's in all that platinum with the chain going with it here, and the chain's going to be thrown in for free. So you get the Rolo Link diamond cut chain as well. It's a very important style. Don't forget about the men's star, sapphire, that's, or star ruby really. And we're going to blow this out right now. First caller. This is the most affordable Conch pearl ever, and yet it's in platinum, and we're going to blow it out right now for just, you know what, skipping that $49, $39, $29, even $19.99 where it should be. That's an affordable price for a Conch pearl, especially one of that size. They're never huge. The largest one I've ever had here is 4 carats 05. And the fact I even remember it tells you something, because I do want to show this from a distance away. It's just looking fabulous, isn't it? Half an inch top to bottom. You can see against a really bright pink, it's more red pink. That's always the really good color you want to see anyways, is the red pinks in the stone. So that's important as well. And let's go back up close and show you what we can do here on this one instead of 19. Instead of even 15, we're blowing it out. You get, I mean, some people would say, let's just get the chain for this price. Instead, you get the real rare pendant, and it's only going to be $999. That is it, $999. Bye-bye, that'll go. That's going to go in a hurry. And then we are at the top of the hour already. So that means 1 hour down, 2 to go, 30 minutes to go till the band comes out to play. And the pink diamonds are next. Pink diamond earrings coming up. It is that big a show where we're getting into one of what any other day would be the main event. Today, we've got so many special items that it's just like one after the other, and they're all just equally important and valuable and rare. So we're going to see the pink diamond earrings coming up. I want to welcome everybody to the show, because those that just tuned in at 11 need to know about something, don't they? We've got to talk about this really special band. So welcome on in. This is our big Sunday. It's our finale of our week, of course. And so, well, we're going to bring you something special as we always do. Glad you're with us today. My name is Lauren Blair. This is TVON, and we've got another 2 hours. So what's coming up is simply the most striking band, and I did want to separate them a little bit so you can see we have a white and a yellow gold and also 2 rose gold. So start thinking about it. We are 28 minutes and 40 seconds away. I know, I'm getting excited. We're counting down. We're really looking forward to this. And there have already been numerous calls asking about this. And so it's 95.58. It's coming up in just a few short minutes. It's 3.5 carats of diamonds. We have never done such a thing in a 5-stone band. 5 stones, 70 points minimum. The 3.5 carats is also your minimum. So there are some of you that are getting more, and that's okay. But we are going to give you, it's a limited quantity, which is why I'm letting you know now. Be with us in exactly 28 minutes now and 10 seconds, and we'll show that to you, and it'll be gone in a flash. So that's going to be coming up. All VS diamonds, all round brilliance. If you feel like you want to do a little bit of comparison shopping right now, maybe online, like not leave and go in the car and get to the store, but if you want to do a little comparison shopping now, 3.5 carats VS diamonds, natural from the earth, not lab grown. I know lab grown. This would be, I've been seeing more and more, it's easy now to talk about lab grown because that's all I see anymore anywhere else. is lab-grown diamonds. So I'll be referring to what lab-growns are. And if you're getting 3.5 carats like this in gold, because most lab-growns are set in what? Sterling silver and stainless steel, to try and keep the cost down, because the whole point of lab-grown is to keep the cost down. Well, what we're going to do is bring you the gold we always do, because obviously these stones deserve it, and we're going to bring this at the most fantastic value. Is it inexpensive? No, because there are basically stones that are, let's put it this way, 3 times the average size of an engagement ring, and you get 5 of them. I think that's kind of that's a little bit of a, let me think about that. But each stone is like close to 3 times the size of an average engagement ring in the US, and there are 5 of them going across your finger. So that's why it's so big. And when it looks that big from across the room, that's why I keep showing this. This is why, again, we've never had anything like it. We've not really gone, most of our bands are 1 carat. To go 3.5 carats is mega. And that's why it's so limited, because these stones are really, they're the kind of stones that should be like, you know, I did the research this morning, which I'll tell you about, but these are the kind of stones that wholesale individually for well over $4,000. So I know you're thinking 4 times 5, uh-oh. Don't worry about that. I got you set up with the biggest value. But right now, we have to have, in the wait time of next 26 minutes, we got to have something else special, because it doesn't mean we just shop white diamonds. This is the ring you're going to want to wear every single day. But it also means we got a couple other things, and maybe you want to diversify your diamond collection a little bit with some color. Well, I have got the answer for you on that. Take a look at this. This is going to be our pink diamond earring. I've had such a thing before, but it was thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. And now we bring you the big button style earring in the pinks, where the center stones are huge. That's important, because pink diamonds, and when we say, this is a relative term, because pink diamonds are the rarest of the rare. So when we talk about center stones being huge, these are because they are 14 points overall. That's among 2. So you're getting a 7 and a 7. Now, I am very excited about our bottom of the hour, but this one is, quite frankly, on any other given day when I don't have a 3.5 carat diamond band, this is the headline. It's $96.78. It's our 14 points total. That would be in the centers, so 7 and 7. Then you get the 18 points of pink diamonds, because we have 2 more halos. It doesn't just end with the center stone, which is oh so lovely in a cushion cut square, but then it's got 2 additional pink diamond halos, another white diamond halo, just to mix and match it, because, you know, honestly, the contrast is really wowing you there. And that's going to be 34 points in the white diamonds. So you add it all up, you get this amazing, amazing idea. It is really stunning, and I'll tell you what we're going to do on this one. We're going to make it wild. I know everybody, it's always an interesting time when we're so anticipating something coming up later in the show, like we are the Diamond Band, which I'm right there with you. I've never had the privilege of showing a value like this, so I'm very excited, because this is history being made today. No doubt about it, history being made. But what I'm going to do right now is I've got to have the pieces that are going to wow you in the meantime, because we don't want to, you know, we don't want to leave these in the dark. They're important pieces as well. So instead of doing, because I know this $12,999 price puts them out of reach. This might be for one shopper out there that's saying, okay, fine, I'll invest into the pink diamonds. I know they're an investment. I know they're worth jumping into. I know they're special. I know they're rare. Watch what I'm going to do instead. And because we have so many people saying, I'll just hang out, I'll just wait, I'm only thinking about the diamond band, I got to make sure the values are even more incredible right here, right now. Take a look at this. Oh, this might be tough to say. Well, maybe I should tuck those away. Sorry, shameless plug. I mean, you think I'm not wearing these because I love them? I cannot, and that's 2 together. 2 together. Anyway, pink diamond time. So square or angled, okay? Center post, butterfly backing, 2-tone gold, white, and rose together to match up and correspond. So what if we can make this really interesting? $12,999 is out of reach for probably everybody today, especially if we're saving up for the band. I understand that. So what if I'm to show you this on the ear? Let's give it a look at them first. I do have to measure them, but I just got overexcited and want to show them here for a moment so you can see how they look. I love to angle them just to give a little bit more height there. So I really like to see them angled, but you can go completely squared off. I think that's what most people are going to do. So you can wear them either way, but they are so fantastic. And you see, that's what we call a button style earring. This is not a little stud. If it was a little stud, it'd be the pink diamond by itself and that's it. So instead, this is not just a little stud. This is instead that big. That's why we do the triple halo, because pink diamonds themselves, we are looking at a big size. That is a big size. We love that look, but the idea is here that you're going to get that ultimate high level because you've got it surrounded by a triple halo. We're adding to the pink, so that means overall 66 points, but a really important earring. And again, 2 ways to wear it just based on how you angle them. We'll go back up close. I'm going to wow you with the value, I hope, and we got to take them even less than. Well, we got to run far, far away from $12,999. That's for sure. And look at those pinks, very saturated too. Very saturated. You excited about it? I am. If we can get the price right. And that's my job, to make sure the price is exactly that. Well, you like it right when it's wrong. So I like to make it wrong up here so we can make it really right for you so you can have something really affordable. How about this? And if you have a pink diamond piece at home already, it's probably a ring. So now this is your time. And I would never say just go add them to the collection. I would never say that. If they were still $10,000 or $8,000, I would never utter the word gift idea as we approach the holiday season if they were $10,000 or $8,000, but they're not. We're going even lower than $8,000. This is the premium pink diamond earring we have. The only other option we have are some purple diamonds, and they're heart shapes. And yeah, this is where I think it's a little more wearable because we have more to match the pink. The pink is subtle enough where it works with everything. So maybe you just want to upgrade your diamond earring game. Pink diamonds are the way to do it because we mostly are just going to hang out in the white diamond world. And now this is your upgrade. It's like a double upgrade. Pink, pink, pink. Triple halo overall, pink and whites together, 66 points. Remember, it's 7 points on either of the centers, which is considered major, and it's not going to be 89. They're not 79. Come on in, because I got a value. I know we got to make it a really special value if we got to help everybody out before the diamond band gets here. I know that. I know how this works. We're all waiting for the diamond band, so we got to make this a very important value in the meantime. So we'll go even less than 79, 69, 59, 49, 39. I should stop what I'm doing, but I need to move all the pieces, not just the diamond band. The diamond band's a gimme. That's an obvious. That's going to sell out quickly. I got to move everything before and after that as well. So here's how we do this. Instead of even $2,999, you are not going to spend that, and I'm going to make you absolutely just the happiest diamond lover in the world today. That's what my mission today is about diamonds. We've got the yellow later. It's our first Asher in a ring. It's a big size. I've got the fabulous pinks now, and we've got, of course, the white diamond band in 20 minutes. So here's your moment, and I have literally 17 people have registered already. They had never registered before. They had never shopped here ever, and they're getting registered for the diamond band. And keep in mind, we don't even have 17 to go around. So it's going to be competitive. I will tell you that. It is. We're going to have some fun with that diamond band, but 20 minutes to go. So let's make this even more interesting than $2,999. For the record, pink and white diamond earrings have never been priced this way. I don't think I've ever had pink diamonds of any shape or form priced the way I'm about to do this. They are not going to be even $1,999. 7-point individual stones on their own first, then count them, 1, 2, 3 halos around them as well, and you're getting a better value than $19.99. I'm going to go even lower because we got to move them. So here's how you make this happen. Don't do 19. They're big. They're really impressive. And our pinks are natural. All of our pinks are all natural. So you never need to worry, are they heated? Are they treated? Are they enhanced in some way? No, they are not. And it's not going to be $19.99 either. So come on in because they've got to go, and they will. And here's what we do. Instead of even $1,900, instead of $1,899, come on in, everybody. This is the moment right now. It is the moment. This is the moment in time. Pink diamond lovers, you got to go. Or resellers. Oh my goodness, these are tougher and tougher to get. They're all Argyle Mined, which has now been closed for about 3 years. So it's really tough to get anything out of the Argyle Mine. And we're not going to do $1,888. This is the earring. It's the one, and those are very saturated pinks in the middle. And that's always the challenge too, is to get these natural stones, which are always a lighter shade of pink, but you want to get the most saturation possible. And that's what you're getting right here. And by the way, it's not even $1,888. It's not $1,799. Here we go. This is it. This is the moment. This is the chance. We've got our band coming up in about 18 minutes. Get ready. This is going to be only $1,777. Go for it now. That's the moment. And then we've got, again, a few minutes left till the diamond band. I know we're all waiting. So that's going to be coming up, and very, very important. And diamond lovers, it is your day to remember this day, November, I feel like it's the 9th. Is that right? Is it the 9th? Yes. November 9th. 11/9. Oh my goodness. This is going to be a day to remember. It's one that's going to be history made. We're very excited about it. $1777 on the pink diamond earrings, though. Must haves. We've got Tanzanite earrings. I did bring out a very large purple Coubrian. It's the purple Paraiba. It is also a 7 carat plus size with ultra clarity in a bridge. We have a Tanzanite pendant. Lovely that we had the trillion yesterday. We had the trillion earrings, and we have the trillion pendant today. So we are just loving the trillion tansies. So I will show you. Got a great pendant here. Look at this one. And let me know who's got the pink diamond earrings. Those are not staying here for $1777. That's a deal. Look at that. That's my trillion. We showed you the earrings. We flashed them. Yes. Thank you very much. So this is last call. And then, yes, purple Paraiba looks like this. So see how the colors differ? That's not a light pink. That's that bright, hot, pinky purple. We've got a yellow diamond ring later, the Asher cut. It is so gorgeous. I thought I loved a cushion cut. Wait till you see the Asher cut. Outstanding. Also have a really pretty heart-shaped Mandarin that's coming up as well. So again, you let me know. I know we got some very anxious viewers. I know, I am too. I'm very excited. This is going to be a thrill. And then look at this. There's the heart shape. So if any of these are appealing, anything is suiting you very, very well, I'll tell you, this is where you got to, I know this is a little springing a surprise on you today, but if anybody is looking for like the ultimate diamond band, your day is today. It's your holiday treat to yourself. I'm looking at this as like Santa came early. Truly, truly, like it's a treat yourself moment today. You really, because we're never going to see anything like this again. And it's been a long time in the making to gather these 70-point minimum stones. So we will have those. Now let's show you also these Tanzanite earrings, because like I said, we're going to show you essentially the trillions, all to go with the ring that was here yesterday, have got the major trillion cut. Look at those. They are fabulous, aren't they? So that's big. That's a big deal. Actually, I'll show you the heart shape really quickly. And here's the heart-shaped Mandarin really quickly, because I already had someone asking about that. So there's the heart-shaped Mandarin. It's going to lean a little bit, and then I'll hold it upright for you. It's item number 9665. So some extremely important pieces today. The band coming up moments away, 15 minutes from now. 3 carats 88 on our heart shape. The ultimate is right here. The ultimate. And it's our 3 carat 88 plus a carat 35 in diamonds in the double halo and beyond. So very impressive and important. And now we just get to have a blast with this one. Double halo, diamonds down the sides. We'll try it on for you. Do I have to take off my bands to do it? I do. So I'm living in those bands. I'm going to tell you something right now. They are so comfortable. I was worried with, you know, the diamonds being so large, but they stop at just the right point where you can still have your finger together. So we'll talk about it. But that's going to be the Mandarin Garnet Heart Shape 388. Change the gold if you want to. Big time blowout on our 99.99 Heart Shape. Big deal here. This is a good one. And the heart shape's obviously a very important cut. It's wasteful, so that's why we don't see them all that often. And so many times they just don't really get you the heart shape that you want, because they're really just pear shapes. They're really just trillions. They're not actually defined heart shapes. You're getting that here with that super defined cleft down the middle. That's important as well. It's not going to be $99.99. It's going to be, actually, we're going more than half off, 50%. It's actually not going to be even $49.99. Got a big moment here for our lovers of the Mandarins, and what shows that off better than getting a heart shape? Or maybe you're shopping for a January birthstone, January coming up. So if you wanted a really rare garnet instead of the basic Paraiba garnets that are out there and the Mozambique garnets that are pretty standard, here's where you really amp up your garnet game. And we're going to do it for $4,499 on the one and only, the heart shape, the Mandarin. And then get ready. We've got just a few minutes to go. We'll recap what we have from the show so far. If you missed any of it, we have a Chameleon diamond deal. All of our chameleons are certified by GIA. So we've got a really important Chameleon diamond. It's one of our bigger ones, almost 3/4 of a carat. So we'll talk about that too. And anything else, why not make a request? We haven't had any of those today. We would love to do that. And then let me see, Kimberly, if I can help you. Oh, diamond bangle last night. Well, we weren't here last night, so I'm going to assume you mean either Friday or yesterday morning. Triangular shape caps. I know which one you're talking about. Okay. Nothing like that one. I'm trying to think, Kimberly, if I have anything like that. I'll have to let you know. I don't think we have anything quite like that. I think you're talking about the ones that looked like the pave cones. I don't have anything quite like that. I'm trying to think what would be similar. Yeah, we used to have so many of them and they were all sold out. Well, to alert you if we do, Kimberly, have anything like that? Hopefully you saw the clovers that we had today. I'm going to assume you did see the clovers. We'll see which, Jason, are you taking the Mandarin or something else? We'll find out. And then, yeah, Kimberly, I think that's going to be a tough one to see something quite similar to that. But I can keep you updated, and certainly I keep that Rolodex of requests in my mind. So if anything comes out that's like new designer, I can certainly alert you first so you don't miss out. So here's the Chameleon. It's a really quick deal on a chameleon because when it comes to a chameleon diamond, we know how rare they are because they change color based on temperature. So they've got this rare ability, and most color changing stones, which are all rare, but when there is one, they change usually based on the type of light you're in, not the temperature of your surroundings. This one is temperature related. It's a mystery as to why they do that they do. Nobody's been able to figure out, even the experts at GIA who actually have evaluated the stone and certified it. 1117893 is the item number here. So this is our 68-point cushion cut, and it is really, really lovely, is it not? That's a good looking piece. When you think about a cushion cut and a chameleon, they usually start as some kind of green golden, and then they change. And in this case, this one has like a green, more of a greenish color. It'll change to more of a golden orangey color if you actually have it exposed to more heat. So really special there, and we're going to take it on to that really low level. Let me show you the cert that comes with it. It also has the 5 points in the yellows, the 103 in the white diamonds, and here is the full cert that goes along with it. So you've got all your details. One thing I want to point out about all these chameleon certs is they're always going to say the word fancy because, well, it's the fanciest of the fancies. That is not even something that's associated with every single color of diamond, and yet this is a multicolored diamond because you see they call it dark brown, green, yellow. But then when it's exposed, as you'll see here in the comment section, when it's got temporarily heated, it actually changes. That's why we call it chameleon. Then it returns back. Once it returns to room temp, it's going to return to this color that you're seeing here on the air. Now it's our modified square brilliant. It's basically a 4.8 by 5.4, so just off square, and that's why they have it more rectangular here. But they diagram out the inclusions, less than important, unless you see them, and you don't. SI2 is how it's graded, but that's the beauty of a cert. It gives you every detail of your stone. There it is. Notice how you're not seeing any inclusions. And we're very close. So 68 points is really where the headline is here, beyond just the fact that it's able to change color. And now we get to blow it out, because that's why it's here. Remember that deep, dark corners of the vault that I've been like basically raiding lately? Getting all the really precious pieces that we hardly ever show, bringing them out so that we can mark them down. This is a $14,999 ring ordinarily. Now I'm not asking anything like that. You get a much better value, and you are getting a carat 08 in addition to the 68. So remember, it's a carat 08 on the sides. That means that overall you're going to have a total gem weight here, a total diamond weight of a carat 76. The cert, free. It's done. We paid for it, so you don't have to. So you get the cert for free. You get all this amazing, the mounting, the color of the stone, the changing of the color. Of course, you'll experience that as you get to wear it and enjoy it. You'll see that exposed to different temperatures, and as those different temperatures are raised, that's when you see different colors come through. So it's really lovely. We've got the 15,000 RPs. It's going much lower than that. That's the whole point of a blowout, is getting this one home at long last. So really ready to do that here today. Let's make it happen for you. It's not even going to be even $4,999. Gotta love that we're taking 10 grand off immediately. Now it doesn't have to be that. We're going less than $39.99. So the rarities that are chameleon are truly, most people have never heard of them. Most people don't know they exist. If you take it to a routine jeweler, they're going to tell you there is no such thing as a color-changing diamond, and that's why you come armed with a cert. You say, well, I've got the cert to prove it because the GIA experts are the best in the world. They know what they're doing. So this is a stone. It's just so little is known about it. And again, the rarity of that gem, it's still a fancy colored diamond times 2. I mean, how much would you pay for a 68-point green diamond? If it was just green, here's what it looks like on the hand, by the way. If it was just a green diamond, that'd be pricey. But it's not, it changes color. So you get this beautiful, exceptional rarity, and it's not even 38 or $37.99. I'm blowing it out. You get the cert and the ring with the carat and 3/4 in diamonds plus, and we're going to make it $37.77 to the very first caller on the one and only. I think that has, it looks to me like it's got 13 different discounts. So you don't start at $15,000 and get to $37.77 by way of just one moment, one discount. That is tremendous. And obviously was made some time ago, given that it's at least 6 years old, because that item number indicates that. So to have all of that done for $37.77, it's the ultimate rarity. So I highly recommend it if you're a collector of the fancy diamonds. You saw fancy on the cert, multiple colors in one diamond. Cannot say enough good things about that value, the rarity story, everything. You've got it all. So make sure you grab that one. If you have any other requests for me before we go, I know we have one request. It's basically, show me the diamonds. Well, we are now only 7 minutes away from the incredible diamond band. 7 minutes. You will see it. We are very limited. That's why everyone's anxiously awaiting it. And I know it makes it nearly impossible to show you anything else, because everyone wants to know what's happening with the diamond band that is coming up. I have seriously never seen anything like this in the natural diamond world. Even the retailers tend to top out at 2 carats. This is 3.5 per band. Right now I'm wearing 7 carats. There are so many of you that have already said, I love the way it looks stacked. I'm going to stack them. I wish I had a third one here. I wish I did. Then I would have 10 carats of diamonds, technically more, and 3 would be amazing. Now, not everybody's going to need 3. You just probably want one great one. But that's the white, that's the yellow. Start thinking about what color you want, because it's worth the investment and it's one time only. Let's take a look at the Chameleon again. That's a little preview. We've got some big Tanzanite earrings coming out to play, and we're going to show those next. So this is the Chameleon. Somebody's got to grab it. It's a very, very important style. Really extraordinary piece there as well. So $37.77 with the cert, almost 3/4 of a carat just in that center, but it keeps building from there. The yellow diamonds, the white diamonds. I mean, the only thing rarer than a green diamond is going to be a green that changes color. And the green diamonds are rare, and it's tough to make a green diamond. That price. I'm trying to think if I've ever had a 1 carat green diamond. I think there's been one. And I know where it went. One green diamond that was larger. But this is really close to that big size, and yet changing color. So changes to an orangey yellow. So amazing stone. Now here we go. This is going to be going quickly. I flashed them a couple of times. We have a pendant as well in a trillion, but right now it's all about the trillion earring. Here's the earring. A matched set of the most electrifying Tanzanites. I'm trying to figure out the angle to get these exactly the same, because I want you to see them at the same angle, and they're a little different right now. But this is one of the larger earrings, and wait till you see these on, because they're not going to be for everybody. They are a large button style. That's why we have the Omega. It's 8387 is the item number. And this is extremely important because it's our largest earring we've done in a button style in Tanzanite. They're Blue Wing Block D Museum Reserves. There's 1204 in Tanzanite together here. 92 points in diamonds. And oh my goodness, this value. Wait till you see what we're going to do here. With a 1204 carat weight, white gold is how they stay. Here's the post. It's going to be at the top of the trillion. You'll see it from the side profile here. And then that flip down Omega style. Here's what they look like face up. Here's what you get size-wise. Get ready, because I told you, they're big. They are 5/8 of an inch from top to bottom. So that's over 1/2 an inch there. Really extraordinary, isn't it? It's actually a little more than 5/8. And then I'll show them to you on. They are, well, the Omega is going to keep it just the way you want it. Perfectly balanced, because any bigger, it's going to be really tough to make a bigger stone, anything that's going to sit well on the ear. Because, you know, the weight of the stone is going to be important here, and it really does have a lot to do with how it's going to sit on the ear. So we always make sure that on these bigger ones, a little post and a butterfly, not going to be working for this size, but this does, because you have the Omega. I'm just straightening it out there for you. Look at that. So that's what it looks like from a distance away. So you see there's a bit of a drop, because obviously the post is at the top. If the post were in the middle, it would have more of like that kind of fill up the earlobe. I kind of like that they're giving a little bit of drape here instead. So you see how that looks, but just incredible how they're just so bright, so brilliant. And if this can support that earring on my very, very, very stretched out ear piercing that I have here, That tells you everything you need to know. They're going to be so stunning on you. And white gold only is how they stay. Beautiful value coming your way. We are now 3 minutes away from this. So yes, count it down, 3 minutes till 3.5 carats. 3 minutes, 3.5 carats, and only a few bands to go around. So that's going to be coming up. I got 7 carats right there, and I'm tempted to do another. But here they are, and I know I'm never going to get one. They're going to be sold out. But a girl can hope and wish. But that's the earring on. We'll go back up close here and get you ready for the value, which is so outstanding. This is $17,999 typically. I know how many of you have been waiting for big Tanzanite studs. I know how quickly they go. There has never been one of this size ever. So this is the moment. Here's the time you take it. Here's where you go. Like, throw caution to the wind here, because you know with the museum reserves going as quickly as they are, we have what we have, and you're never going to see them again. Once they're completely gone, whether it's to your house or to the museums of the world, we can't do anything to bring anything back of this quality. And why pay more for a lesser quality out there in the rest of the world? Well, some people are just not going to have the choice because we're going to be out of them. And that is where I'm really hopeful that everybody gets theirs before they're completely gone, because it's not even $7,999. We've taken $10,000 off just like that. And we're going to make it even better for you. Instead of $69.99, they always go. These bigger Tanzanite earrings, usually, especially in the studs as opposed to the drops, they tend to be iconic. They always go, we're going to make it even better than $69.99. They may already be gone. This is your moment. Let's make them $6,499. And we are 90 seconds away from our special of not just the show, not just of the year, not just of the decade, but we're talking about all-time diamond deals. And I've had many, many, many over the years. There's never been anything like what we're going to show you coming up next in 1 minute. 1 minute countdown is on, which means we'll give the earrings 1 minute. And then we are on our way to, yes, I know some of you are already dialed in. I understand it's one you do not want to miss, and you can't miss because we know we're never going to bring it back. It's been 9+ years in the making. So that's going to be on the way, but $64.99. Very impressive. And that diamond weight is 92 points. So I'm not even touching on that diamond weight much, but that's a big deal to be able to get not just the 12 karat 04, which is putting those right around $500 a carat, but the diamond weight and the workmanship. That earrings require more workmanship. They do, especially with the omega back. I mean, it's one thing, post and butterfly, not so much, but an omega back where you're hinging backings and you've got, you know, working parts and working pieces and articulation, all that, that is what is so impressive about those earrings. So $64.99. You've got that money back guarantee, which I'll remind you, you have a money back guarantee on this diamond ring. So for those naysayers and those skeptics out there and all those people that have been registering, they're going to see this value and say, there's simply no way. Whether you're in the business of diamonds, whether you have a jewelry manufacturing facility, whether it's been your family business, or whether you're just a really careful observer of diamond values out there, or maybe you just are aware of what gold's doing and you're going, a gold band is more money. In every place outside of TVON, a gold band is more money than what I'm going to do on our top of the hour, or bottom of the hour in this case. We're going to do it right now. Welcome in, everybody. Happy you're with us. Thrilled, actually. Thrilled. There are certain moments in time that just cannot be duplicated or replicated, and this is one of them. And having just celebrated my 9-year anniversary on Wednesday here at TVON, I've had a number of diamond values. They're memorable. I can literally cite item numbers and carat weights and prices on all of them that were big deals, whether it was bracelets, whether it was earrings, whether it was rings. But honestly, this band is where it is at, because there's a lot of us who, if we love diamonds, we really love diamonds. Like, we really love diamonds, and we're never going to say no to bigger diamonds. What you're getting here is nothing short of monumental. I keep showing them. We've had 17 that I'm aware of, 17 new people that have registered just since the beginning of the show at 10 o'clock when I came on the air and said this diamond band was coming up, just because they may have never shopped here before. They may have never shopped Tanzanites or Sphenes or rubies or sapphires, but they're ready for diamonds, and we all are. And this is an upgrade moment for those that have the 1 carat band. Maybe you've had the 1 carat band that I've sold for years and years and years and years. I'm going to tell you right now, that 1 carat band, if we manufactured it today, would probably be more than this ring, because of the great value we received. And the great value, when I say received, I make it sound like it fell into our lap. We're working nonstop behind the scenes to make. We're working every connection we have. And, you know, when you're renowned in the jewelry business as we are, you really, and when you're in a hub like Los Angeles, where so much of the diamond world and so much of the jewelry world has to run through it, because we're a big city and a big port, and this is where international trade happens so often. When there's a diamond deal to be had, trust that we're going to make it happen for you. This is, though, I know, it's the most incredible diamond deal we've ever had. The reason this looks so powerful and so amazing on 9558 is that they are the same round brilliance that we adore in a band. I just cannot get over that from a distance away. This is sparkling. I just can't stop. I'm getting distracted by the ring based on not just the size, but it's the sparkle. And because obviously if you're going with a bigger diamond, this is why so many people want a bigger diamond, because it sparkles more. It gives you more of what you love. This is your moment. I know we're not at the top of the hour. This is our midway point of our Sunday, but this ring is everything. It's a little bit more costly, yes, because it is the biggest diamond band by far we've ever had. My largest to this point has been 2 carats. This is gonna almost double that. You're getting a minimum of 3.5 carats in diamonds in a 5-stone band. There is nothing more classic, more iconic, more wearable than a 5-stone band. I know people who have big old engagement rings where there's like 1 solitaire diamond. This is what they wear. They're not wearing the big old diamond solitaire, they wear the band. But this one's gonna be tough to top. We are still, let me remind everybody who's newer with us, we have always been, but we have not fallen to the, what should we call it? We have not regressed into the world of lab grown. Just about everybody has. So when you see this price, you're gonna think, now that's a deal for lab grown. They're natural. VS, round brilliant. These are 58 facet, full facet Tokowski rounds. That means the ideal cut. That's why they're sparkling the way they do. I'm showing them separated because yes, we have yellow and yes, we have white. And you're gonna see them both and you're gonna make your decision. And yes, if you want rose gold, we can do that as well. But this band, sorry, I've been wearing this for hours and hours and hours and I can't get enough. And let me tell you something, just between you and me, shopper to shopper, diamond lover to diamond lover, if there is anything left, I already know there's not going to be, but if there was, I'm going to tell you I would buy every single one there is. For myself, for gifting, for everybody, even maybe for resale, because I'll tell you this value is second to none. So here's what we've got, 70 points. You know how the diamond world works by now. Diamonds are obviously judged on a lot of different factors, their size, their cut, their color, and their clarity grading, the 4 C's. Well, we know that diamonds aren't all that rare when they're little commercial grade individual stones. If they're teeny and they're not full cut and they're 1 point or specks and they're like gray in color or brown or yellowy and they're not flashing because they have no clarity, well, those are quite affordable. But as you start to get in better quality, that's when they get expensive. As you get into bigger sizes, that's when they get expensive. Every single diamond in this ring is at least 70 points. That is something we've never done. Usually 20. We usually see really big bands, 20 points. So to go more than triple that size, as I was mentioning, the average size engagement ring, center stone, in the US is 25 points. That's 1/4 carat. This is nearly triple that, but you get 5 of them. Going side to side, I don't also want to just let you know right now, if you wear a larger size or a smaller size, if you wear a 4, if you wear a 5, if you wear a 7, if you wear an 8, if you wear a 10, if you wear an 11, this is going to have those diamonds. This is where, again, you can't go much bigger than this because any bigger, you wouldn't be able to accommodate small sizes. These are size 6s, so I have 2 together, so you can see white and yellow. If you go whether you go to bigger size or smaller size, this is going to go all the way across the hand because the diamonds individually are that large. So we're going to show this to you. It is nothing short of a value. Called my diamond dealer yesterday because I work with the wholesale world very closely, being in Los Angeles and being in the jewelry business as I am outside of TVON as well. And I will say that the 70 pointers or anything that's close to that 3/4 carat mark, because that's where these are, they're basically light 3/4 carats. And what that means is that these would be huge if they were studs. Do you guys remember the studs that I had on Wednesday night? Just a couple days ago. It was my big anniversary show and we brought you these huge 1 carat studs. They were 1 carat total weight. They were 50 points in each ear. For your ear. This is even bigger by another 20 points bigger on every individual stone. I mean, there's so many ways to categorize this. The ultimate bottom line is they're the biggest diamonds you're going to get in a band. Any bigger and you're going to have to go 1 diamond, not 5. So we're going to show it to you. I'm so proud of this. If you can get one, do it. I really do think that this is a moment with, you know, here we are, mid-November approaching. I know we've got holidays on the mind. I know there's a lot happening in the world, and let's just have a real moment as people, because we're humans, we're individuals, and we're ladies who, I think it's fair to say, love jewelry, and we love a value, and we probably love our diamonds because it's the foundation of everything we do. As someone who's just, again, we're all kind of going through what this world is. It's a different world. And when you have a band that's over like honestly, this is a bigger band because it's holding big diamonds. So when there's over $3,000 in gold, and then I'm going to give you these huge diamonds that as of yesterday, my best diamond wholesaler, my best white diamond wholesaler was saying he would want $4,000 per diamond. That's 4,000 times 5. So we have to really think about this as, okay, 20 grand if you're getting the loose stones in a bag in one of these like plastic baggies. Then you got to put the gold, which from our factory standpoint is about $3,000 in gold. So you're putting it together for no less than really $25,000 because you got the labor. Now that's all just if I did it for you. Thank goodness I didn't, TVON did. So you're gonna get this moment. And by the way, we're very busy on the phone lines already. Please, and if you want 2, get 2, because you could always get 2 and send 1 back. If you find that you don't want to stack it, or you don't need it for a gift idea, or you're not gonna even get it for that future anniversary coming up because maybe you want to get this every 5 years, we're gonna have this in 5 years. We've never had it in 10. So this is a once in a lifetime, and I don't use that term lightly. You don't hear me say that often unless it really, truly, literally is. This is a once in a lifetime for you. So we're gonna take a look at it here and give you this really incredible diamond band. Look at this. This is just a statement. Yes, go ahead. Question? The Rhodochrosite, thank you. Rhodochrosite from earlier is gone. Yeah, if you are taking anything else from the show from earlier, I would say get it now or hold off till this presentation's over because we want to make sure we get everybody in on the diamond band. Now I'm going to show you the yellow gold as well. Look how stunning this is. I've been wearing it. You've been seeing it from a distance. Honestly, it's so incredible. And we did the shared prongs, by the way, because if the prongs were up here and there were 4 per basket, and there still are 4, but you see how I mean shared, 2 between every diamond so that the diamonds kind of like sit out. They don't have, if they look boxed in by prongs, it makes the diamonds look smaller. Well, they're already huge. We're making them look even bigger. I've got the yellow gold on, although the yellow gold is just as stunning. Seriously, what is going on? These yellow diamonds, or sorry, the yellow gold and the white diamonds would normally kind of pick up. I always am going to recommend white gold. You see it right there. I'm always going to recommend the white gold. If you're not sure where to go, if you only wear yellow, get the yellow. But honestly, I love when we do white diamonds in the white gold because it shows off the quality. It really does. It shows it off so, so well. And I'm going to show you the yellow gold on the hand. We can do rose. They're all VS diamonds, by the way. So yes, you get 70 points minimum. Please don't get mad if you get a 76 pointer or 78 pointer or 72 pointer. They're all going to match in diameter, which I will also tell you about. But this is a value. And again, if I was manufacturing it today, I would spend $4,000 per diamond. That's 20 grand. $3,000 for the band. That's 23. Plus you got to throw in a little bit for the labor. And if you're profiting at all. So if we're just like trading cost, it's 25 grand. If I make it for you custom and I don't charge you a penny for the time, then guess what? Oh, and by the way, these stones are 5.5 millimeters each. That's why they look so huge. Actually, 5 3/4. I'm just measuring each one. 5.5 minimum on the millimeter size. One's 5 3/4. Anyway, this is just, they look like 6 millimeters, which is why they look like 1 carats. So they do look like 1 carats. Here's what one band on the hand looks like. They sit up because they're in a basket. We didn't want to sit them down too low because we want the light to be able to get at those diamonds. Again, here's the yellow. So you see, but nothing that sits up too high. It's everyday wear. I've been wearing it for hours and hours and hours on end. It is so comfortable. It goes side to side, even on a smaller size. This is a size 6. That's a little smaller than the average size. So they still go side to side, but look, they're not overlapping. They're not digging into my side fingers, even when you make a fist. We'll go back up close, and we have got the ultimate diamond value. And I'm going to bring you what should be 25,000. I know that sounds like a round number that I just pulled through the air, but I didn't because we walked you through how we got there. So 25,000, that's if I make it. Let's make sure that everyone's clear on something. That is not a retail value. That is not a retail, that is not a wholesale. I dare to say that you may even spend, if you do lab grown right now, which I'm recommending you don't need to, because you do that if you can't find a value on the real, actual, honest to goodness, what means something diamonds, with a heritage, the piece that you pass down, the piece that you wear forever, for life, every single day, because this is your everyday wearable band, whether it's a wedding band. You might want to think about, I think it's a little big for a pinky ring, but hey, who am I to say? Wear what you like. You could wear it as a thumb ring, a pinky ring, index finger, middle finger. Really, this is one that works anywhere. I would say probably really large for a pinky ring, but anywhere you want. We're sizing it for you. We ship for free. You have a money-back guarantee. So even if you're thinking, I may want to get another one, maybe I want to have one for the anniversary coming up next year, maybe I want to have one for that milestone I'm celebrating, whether it's a retirement, whether it's a big birthday, whether it's maybe your, I use jewelry sometimes as motivation. I use it, especially rings, because I look at them all day. I use them as reminders, like significant reminders, like keep pushing forward. Diamonds are tough. I like to think about it. You know, diamonds are the hardest natural substance on earth. They're grown under intense pressure. They only happen in nature because they exist today because they underwent intense pressure to be made in the depths of the Earth's crust. So I think about what a diamond itself symbolizes, not just the fact that they're durable and beautiful, but what they symbolize and what that might mean for you, the owner, for you, the wearer. But it's not going to be 25,000. Here's the best part of all. And not that we couldn't sell them out at 25 grand or 20,000 or 15 if I just gave you the value that you can't even figure. How do we get there? 15,000 it is not. We only have a few to go around. There are already some of you taking more than one, which is A-okay. I am not limiting you as to how many you can get. Let me put the ring on while I speak to you so you see what it looks like. Thumb ring, ring finger. Honestly, if you need a wedding band upgrade, and maybe you're saying, I got the 1 carat from you 5 years ago. Maybe you pass it down. Maybe you have that resized, wear the 1 carat as a pinky ring, and then you put this one on the ring finger. I love it as a thumb ring. It looks amazing that way. Honestly, think about it. If you have the 1 carat, if you have the 1.5s we've done in the past, but this is really where you've wanted to be, but you never thought it'd be attainable, you never thought it'd be possible, here's where you go get it. Listen, there's a great market out there secondarily for jewelry right now. People are buying up jewelry in the secondhand market, whether it's pawn shops, luxury consignment, wherever. You can go sell your jewelry now and you'll probably make money on what you paid. If you bought it from me, you will. So again, if you need to like upgrade your smaller band from years ago, do it now because this is one day. This is one time. And this is why you're even here live for these shows, because opportunities happen that are only presented here, that are true limited editions, if you will, because Mother Nature only makes so many 70-point VS diamonds. And it's not going to be $10,000 either. So even at $99.99, we've set you up with a value that I couldn't do if I made it for you with all my wholesale connections. You're getting a better value than that. It's not going to be $99, and if you can get one, do it. If you need to get 2 because you're thinking about stacking ring guards, this would be like the ultimate ring guard. I've been wearing 2 all day. That's 7 carats. If you get 3, 10.5 carats in diamonds, my goodness. And this is going to be the cheapest way to get 10.5 carats in diamonds if you choose to get 3. And that's because we're not even asking for $9,000. This is the ring you need to have. Take a look. It's going to be amazing. And all you can do right now is dial in. I'm going to try on the yellow gold. I'm going to switch it out too and try on the white gold as well so that you can see that, because obviously that's where most of you are going to choose to go, right there on the finger. And do you know what? Before we even do, and who's on the phone lines? We got a few people already? We do. You've got 3 people on the phone lines. You've got 2 people on the phone lines. Well, here's what I'm going to do. We have got a better value, and I know, please feel free to price this out. Do your due diligence. If you're going to really look at natural diamonds that are VS, not I2s, not I3s, not SI, but a VS material that's, given the sparkle this is, you're never going to find it anywhere else. If you're new to us, we have been known as the leader in fine jewelry values on television and really worldwide for about a decade. And I know a lot of you find us day by day by day by day. This is the only way. The only way. Trust me, 25 years professionally in the business. I've been a jewelry lover since birth. I really have. You think that's an exaggeration? No, my mom exposed me to jewelry at a very young age because she was a jewelry lover. Not in the business. It's not my family business. We're in a whole different thing. My mom was a teacher. But this is where, again, you get this amazing moment that nobody can do. Nobody in the business, no friend, no family member. We are your friend, family member, and this is the way to go. And the sparkle is insane. And we're going to make it better than even. Watch this. It's not even $9,000. I'll sell them all out, and I just hope you can get 1 or 2, or if you need 3, again, no limit as to how many you want. Although a jeweler, if we have a jeweler out there that says, I want everything you have, let's try to limit them, because we want to have some for our audience that are just jewelry lovers and shoppers and really diamond lovers that have been waiting for years for something like this. And here it is today. This incredible moment, this better than 9,000, better than 8,000, and better than 7. And right now, if we were to go, think of this. If I was to take this down to like $7,500, and what that would be for something of such individual. We've never done a 70-point diamond in a band. We don't even have 70 pointers when you think about individual stones. If it was $7,500, that would be a mere $1,500 per diamond. It cannot be done. Why? Because my best wholesaler, who gives me the best deals in the world, he's charging me $2,000 per diamond. You're not paying $15,000, that would be $7,500 if there was free gold. Well, gold right now, that's about $3,000 worth of gold. Here's what we can do. Let's ignore all of that. Let's pretend we live back in a different era like the 70s or the 80s. Let's pretend that diamonds haven't gone crazy and gold hasn't gone crazy and all of that, and let's give you the value of a lifetime and get it while you can, because it is limited and we're getting busier on the phone lines. And I don't have as many to go around as we have people on the phone lines, I don't think, because it looks like we've got a lot of call volume coming in as well. It's not going to be $7,000. It's not going to be $6,000. This is the diamond value. I say treat yourself. We've got the holidays coming up. You know it's the best time of year, if you ask me. But we know with it comes a lot of stress. There's a lot going on. There may be travel. There may be, a lot of family, which is wonderful. But we know we're going to be working hard this holiday season. This is the piece you have on. Why wait till the holidays? Get it now and start wearing it. Treat yourself. This is a gift to you. You deserve it. I wouldn't say, I still say you deserve it even if it was $100,000. But it's not doable for everybody if it's 100 or 25 or even 10. The fact that this is going under $5,000 is incredible. Incredible. And it's not even going to be $4,999. Sometimes, listen, I know that's going to sell them out. You know that's a value. I know that's a value. We all know that's a value. By far, our biggest diamond band we've ever done and ever will. You don't go any bigger than this. You can't. Any bigger diamonds, and it's not going to fit on the finger. So you really can't go any bigger than 70 pointers 5 times across the way, but it's not going to be $49.99. I am all about value. We don't get what we can get. We pass along every bit of savings and value we ever get to you. That is our word. We pass it along to you. This is not going to be $49.99. We're busy on the lines. We're getting a little busier. Please don't get frustrated if you're waiting on hold. We don't have a lot of operators today. We just do not. So please bear with us. I'm going to hope you get one, but it is not going to be $49.99. The very first callers, and again, very limited as it is, I hope and pray you can get one. It is the most amazing ring, and I am a jewelry lover through and through. I would never want to steer you wrong. We trust each other. We've shopped together for 2.5 decades for that reason. I will never steer you wrong. And when there's a value to get excited about, I'm excited about it. And I know you will be too. And this is not going to be $49.99 for the band. It's not even $4,500. I cannot believe I'm saying this. We're getting really close to what the gold band is going to be by itself. If you took the diamonds out, and we're not even going to ask for 45 or 44, get as many as you can. You can always send them back if you don't love them. So trust when I tell you. I only say that because I want you to feel confident. I know you don't send stuff back here. I love that about what we do. We have the smallest return rate in the business by far. Most are at 50%. We're at like 2%, and it's usually because it was too big for me. It's a little too big a stone for me. It was too heavy for whatever it is. Here's what I'm going to do instead of 45 or 44 or 43 or 42, because I so badly want you to have one. And this is why, thank you for your patience. I know you're all waiting on the lines, ready to go. Don't hang up if you're waiting on hold. We see you. We've got you. We hopefully have a ring for you or two. Stackable, giftable for the gentleman out there. Get this for the lady in your life. Get this for the diamond lover. Get it for your daughter. Get it for the newly who's getting married. This is the wedding band. Take a look. It's not going to be 42 or 41 or how about this? Not even 4,000. I got to try them on together. Look at this. And this is your yellow and your white, just to prove to you. Even when you see them together, you cannot tell. And these are a little bit big to sit together, but look at that. Even when you put them together, they stack beautifully, but you can hardly tell which is yellow and which is white. And by the way, it's not going to be $4,099. This is the blowout. This is the value. This is the once in a lifetime. And it's $3,999. It's unheard of. It is unheard of. and nobody else in this world is going to have that value, not in natural. I honestly, most of the time, if you find the same thing in lab grown right now, you're going to pay more, especially if it's in gold. Absolutely. You would pay more in the lab grown world. The only reason lab grown really is going crazy is because nobody can afford the real thing, but you can. You can because you've got us in your corner. You've got us to shop with. This is the value operators. How many do you have? Because I know we are keeping very close eye because we've already been selling them. We've been selling them for a minute because there were a lot of people on the phone lines very early. So let me know how many you have. We have another one going, 2 over here. Thank you so much. Marsha's taken 2. Donna's got 2. I heard that Herbert's getting 1. Wonderful. The upgrade to the wedding set, look at 1 by itself. Look at the yellow, look at the white. I mean, look at that. That is just too amazing. And let me put 1 on as the thumb ring just to show you different ways to wear it. Look at how gorgeous that is as a thumb ring. And doesn't sit up too high for that. I don't mind that at all. I think it's a little bit for the pinky, so that's a smaller finger usually. I would say probably thumb all the way to ring to middle to index, but you decide. This is a stunner. It is like everyone is going to notice your ring. And I say get it now. This is perfect timing. Get it for a holiday gift. If you can imagine, if you can manage to save it for a holiday, let's go back up close. If you can manage to save it, okay. But I say get it now so you start wearing it. Treat yourself because these are the moments. I wouldn't be saying that if it was 25,000 or 10. It might be something that really have to really think about or you really have to save up for. This is the moment to say, you know what, I need one great diamond band because I believe in investing into the pieces that you're going to wear every day more than anything else. I love color. I love having the big Tanzanites, the big Mandarins, the big rubies, but I think for the most of us, we're not wearing the color every day as often as we just go and default back to our gorgeous diamond pieces. The diamonds are everyday wearable. They're the toughest and most durable because there's nothing else more durable, nothing else harder in the gem world than diamonds. So not even your rubies or your sapphires, nothing. So this is the way to go about it. And if you can do it, I'm telling you what this looks like across the room. I love seeing it up close. I love the VS quality, but when you see this across the room, when you see the way that looks from all the way across the room and you see how beautiful an impact that makes, you're literally seeing, that's 1, and you're literally seeing how much it sparkles from across the room. Nothing else tells you about VS diamonds better than that. That is, and from, this is across the room. Most pieces I could put on and show you from this perspective, you're not going to see it. You're going to go, is she wearing something? Is there jewelry on her finger? I don't know. That is a stunner, and you will love it, and you can get more than 1 if you want to, but we are in last call. So, oh, I just got an update. Let's take a look. I don't think this is going to last much longer than 60 seconds here. It's not looking good. So here's the thing. And again, you have nothing to wait on except this is it. This, I mean, seriously, this is like okay, I love this. So, Tony, thank you for sending this. Amy just said, and Amy's a long-time viewer. Amy, I don't know how long you've been watching, but it's been years. She's been watching me for a long, long time, and she said, my one solitaire, I'm not sure how big hers is, she says, okay, it's slightly larger. Oh my gosh. So here's a great example, and I don't know when she got it, but I'm going to assume it's been more than a year or 2. She said, I have a solitaire ring. It's only slightly larger than the stones in this ring. So let's say it's a 75 pointer maybe, 75, 80 pointer. She said it was more than this entire ring, and that was probably a long time ago, right, Amy? Amy probably got her solitaire not yesterday, and I say that because diamonds and gold are different today than they were 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 20 years ago. That is the fact, isn't it? And so really, truly, and it's not too big. And I know some people are like, no, the band's too big. Okay, listen, that's why we have a money back guarantee. I have a pretty small finger. I mean, it's a little smaller than the average size. Average size is considered a size 7. My ring finger that I'm wearing this on hasn't changed since you saw me yesterday or a month ago or 2 months ago. My ring finger is a size 5.5. And this is not too large. So again, if you're a size 2, I think that the smallest ring finger I've ever encountered here of our customer base was a 2. So I've got a customer out there, she wears a 2. So she's a tiny little thing. But my ring finger is a size 5.5. And so yes, does it go all the way across? Uh-huh. Does it interfere? Look at, I'm making a clenched fist here. And do you see that? There is absolutely, the diamonds are still, that's why we set them up a little higher too, is that they're sitting up in this beautiful arc so that even if you're saying, well, I wear a tiny ring size, if I wear a 4, if I wear a 5, if I wear a 6, if I wear a 7, it's not going to be too big. And that is also, I know that would be a concern. This is why I'm telling you we couldn't go any larger. Like in a month, are you going to see me show you a 5 carat diamond band? No. Maybe if there's a lot of little stones and a wide style, no. But a 5 carat with individual 5 stones, no. Because like I was saying, that's why that was to that point of we're not going to go any bigger than this, because you can't. Any bigger diamonds are going to be impossible to do a 5 stone style. It would be exactly that, where they'd start to be an eternity band and you'd have to go around. And I don't do eternity bands because I think, and I have one, and it was a lot of money and it was a gift and I never wear the thing, and I hope that they understand. But the problem is it's too uncomfortable. When prongs are digging in, it's not comfortable. It's just not. I spend too many time, I'm driving the car. I mean, everything you do, you've got your fingers together. You're not walking around like this. That would look weird. So again, when you've got to have that test of can your fingers be put together? And for anybody, and again, it's your prerogative, obviously if you don't love it, you don't love it. But if you're thinking, oh no, it's too big. I have a size 5.5. It's a pretty small-ish finger size, and yet look at that. Fingers are totally together. They're perched up exactly where they should. They go side to side. So that was, I knew, a concern we would have, certainly just because that's why we're more comfortable doing 1 carat bands and 1.5 carat bands. That's what we've lived. We lived in that space for years and years and years and years. And granted, if you had 4 stones or 3 stones, well, then that's a 3-stone ring. And then you're seeing exposed band, and then you're seeing gold on the sides, and that looks totally different than a band. A 5-stone band is the way we go. And that's where, again, if I couldn't go any larger on the stones, then it would be too large, then it would start to wrap around and make that transition, and then it'd be uncomfortable because you got baskets and prongs digging in. This is perfect for if you have a size 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Like I said, even if you wear a traditionally larger size, which is also why it works on the index and the ring finger and also the middle, is because as you have a larger ring finger or ring finger size, what that means is you're still going to have that across the way. And so that's important as well. Listen, I know this is what's challenging about the show. A lot of you go, well, I love this and I don't love this, and this is why we do different things. We cater to not one individual. We certainly, and people think all the time, oh, you just show what you like. Absolutely not. I show all kinds of jewelry. If it was all my style, it'd be very different. The point is, like, we cater to a very wide audience, a nationwide audience, where just like what makes us wonderful individuals is that we all have different styles and tastes. That's the classic though. And this is where, obviously, if you don't do big jewelry, you don't do big jewelry. If you're worried about, I don't know, like we had a friend in the business who used to say, don't wear it in a bad neighborhood, because it's like, okay. And unfortunately that used to be a joke, and now it's kind of like one of those things where, yeah, you want to be cautious about where you wear it. Like, it's one of those really high end. It's going to get noticed. That's all I'm saying. It's going to get noticed. It's going to get noticed. But if you're okay with that, and you're okay wearing larger diamonds, and you like a lot of sparkle, this is the way to go. And again, if there's any way to stack, if you are thinking, again, and I so wish, I know that sounds greedy, but I wish there were 3 here. If there were 3, and look at how they do, if you want to have them a little offset, they will actually kind of nestle like that. And again, these are a little big on me because this is a size 6. So this is a little large on me, but I'm showing you together as best I can here. If you want to stack them, they stack just like this, or you can nestle them where they kind of fit inside like a puzzle, where the baskets kind of nestle with each other, so they're kind of spooning together. And that's where, again, if I had 3, I'd put 3 on. I would have 10.5 carats in diamonds on my finger. And I would have no problem with it because I think that 3 would actually be quite nice. And that is important. If you, again, if you like bigger jewelry, this is certainly, I'm never going to say this is for my gals who like really teeny tiny minimal. If you're minimal, if you like tiny bands, if you're more comfortable wearing no diamonds, if you're not into sparkle, this is not for you. It's just that simple. It's not for the smaller jewelry gals. It's not for the, if you like a simple band that's really, really, really small and dainty, there's nothing dainty about this ring, nothing. And that's why some of us really love it. And that's where, again, it's different from what we've had. I'm not going to bring you the 1 carat. I've had it probably, no exaggeration, I've probably brought out the 1 carat band 100 times if I brought it out once in my 9 years. I've had the 1 carats. They'll probably return. Will they be more money than they used to be? Sure. Which is why I say, it'd be challenging to even do the 1 carat 5 stone. The one with the 20 pointers? It'd be challenging to do the 1 carat band for that price today. This is a function of the great value we received and we, sought out. Again, I'm making it sound like it just falls into our lap. Oh, I wish it was that easy. We would have values like that all the time, but there aren't values like this that exist anywhere else. And we cannot really ignore the fact that a gold band, if you took all the diamonds out, what a gold band costs today is different than what it was even 5 months ago, 5 days ago, 6 months ago, a year ago. Look at that in the yellow gold. Look at that. That is just, the sparkle is outrageous. They're stunning. This is all about angles. I like seeing this one's a better angle right here. Look at how white those are, even in the yellow gold. So don't be afraid of the yellow gold. I'm just saying, if you don't have a preference, like if you can go one way or the other and you don't have a preference at all, go with the white gold. I always say that. I've been saying it for 9 years and 4 days. But, you know, look at the yellow. They're not showing up like yellows. That looks great in the yellow gold as well. So don't be afraid to get the yellow gold if that's all you wear. I just want you to have the opportunity, get the band. I know we're at the top of the hour, so welcome in everybody. For those of you just tuning in, oh boy, we better have a little chat about what's happening right now, because we're at the very tail end of what is truly the one-of-a-kind value of a lifetime in diamonds. A 39, I still can't believe I'm saying this. I do find myself just sometimes stopping verbally in my tracks, and I apologize, because I know that's not the right, like that's not a possible price for something like this. 70 points minimum times 5, 3.5 carats minimum, in one solid gold band that looks incredible, largest by far we've ever done, and it's $39.99. So for those new people that just tuned in today for our last hour of our Sunday, can you believe it? Last hour of Sunday is already here. My goodness. So if you just now tuned in, no, it's not too late yet, but we're getting very close to that final. We've had a lot of new registers. It's taking an extra couple of minutes to get everyone through, because we've had a lot of new registers on this item. A lot of new registers who are making their can you imagine, making their very first TVON purchase with this diamond ring. We've had a lot of new registers today. We're getting, again, shared prong. That's so important. They are as secure because they still each have 4 prongs around them. It's just about the positioning of those prongs, and we didn't do prongs back to back, because then that separates the diamonds. Then they're not next to each other side by side, which is what we want, what we like. And then of course you have, by putting the prongs, these are like the fine details that I really think just make it. It's that prong, see how they're kind of cinched in here? So they're in the midpoint of the diamond, not where we traditionally see, which would be on the outside edge. That's what allows the beautiful round brilliant to show up and show through. It is incredible. So I'm going to get an update on where we are. I'm assuming nobody's screaming at me yet, so I don't think we're like sold out, but we've got to be close, because we are very, very limited now. And I know we had, again, everyone was starting to place their orders long before I even got to the price. So here's where, again, you've got this excellent, I mean, really just monster value in diamonds. And I couldn't think of a better time of year to be showcasing something like this, when it is mid-November, holidays are around the corner. Be wearing that. Be wearing that ring. And whether somebody's going to say, oh, did you celebrate did you have a big milestone birthday? Or did you have a big anniversary? Or, oh my goodness, you got the lab grown. No, natural diamonds, natural from the earth, formed under intense pressure and heat in the earth's crust over billions of years. That's enduring. And a diamond is forever. It is. It takes about forever to make them in the earth naturally. That's Mama Nature's job. And then we have the incredible, brilliant faceting of the rounds. We have the shared prong design set in what? Solid gold, white, yellow, and don't you love that we offer the rose? I don't have the rose here, of course, because that is a less popular choice in white diamonds, but it's here. You can get it in the rose gold if you want to. I could infomercial this, and we could literally tape this, and we could talk about this all day, every day, and run it 24 hours a day. But we can't. Why? Because we don't have the quantity. That's the issue. So now we've got to, okay, well, I just got the signal I've been dreading. Oh no, this is what I've been dreading. We are now going to have to give it a final clock, because we are down to, I'm getting the update now. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, we have, are you ready for it? We have 3 left. And I know we just had a lot of you just tune in the last 4 minutes. We have literally 3 left. This is not, I know that usually if there is something special, I like to mention it at the very end of the show, which is 55 minutes from now. Not going to be happening on this. We're at the very, very tail end of this presentation. $39.99. There are probably, inevitably, 2 or 3 of you out there that are doing what we call the fence sitting. And there's maybe 2 or 3 of you that are the skeptics right now that are going, should I? Shouldn't I? Should I? Shouldn't I? Seems like a value. Don't think. And if you're thinking, I'll run out to the store next week. I'll go look at what they do in 3.5. First of all, I couldn't find anything. And I'm in the business. 3.5 carats in diamonds and a 5-stone band is not going to happen. And in VS quality, forget about it. And then you got the price tag. It's everything you want and more, and we have 3 left, so I better give it a final 60 seconds and we roll. But that is, this is why we also have the money back guarantee. For those of you saying, let me go shop it and then I'll call you back. Don't call me back, because if you see, like, come on guys, if you call me in a week, We're probably not, what 3.5 carat? That's going to be like all done, shipped out, already enjoyed. I mean, that's the thing. This is so stunning. And yet $39.99, and are you getting one of the last? Okay, so we have 2 left now. One of the last 3 just sold. And they're getting 1. Now that means we have 1 more caller that could get 2. We have 2 more of you, if you only need 1, that can get in on this deal before poof, it's gone forever. So now it is definitely go time. And by the way, we still have a few items from earlier in the show that are still available. So if you want to ask about any of those while you get your band, do it now, because everything will be going from the show here, and we are 54 minutes away from basically the finale of our week, because remember, we don't have shows Monday or Tuesday. We're a little unorthodox. We're not 24 hours because we have high-end jewelry, so can't fill up 24 hours a day, 365 a year when you only deal with high quality. You got to, if you're 24 hours a day, you can't have that high quality, right? So we're not 24 hours, and we're not even 7 days a week. We're here Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So we have Monday and Tuesday no shows, and then we rendezvous on Wednesday. So again, this isn't something you can call on tomorrow and get. It's not something you can call 55 minutes from now and get when we're off the air. It's going to be sold out. And it's not like I've got a reserve of 70-point VS round brilliant diamonds sitting in a bucket somewhere, or I can just say, oh, let's just dip into the reserve of the 70. I don't have a reserve. We've been working on this for a long time. And here, I didn't even get a chance to tell you about it. So there are people that will email me tonight and tomorrow, and in the middle of the night, in the morning tomorrow, are going to say, I missed the show. I was watching something else, or I was out and about, or I was at a picnic, or I was at the grandson's baseball game, and I was at the and I missed it. Can you get me one? You can contact me directly. You can send me bribes. I cannot get you one. You could offer to pay 5 times the price. I cannot get you one because they're almost sold out. So we're going to give it a final 60 seconds, and then we're going to do some recaps, as well as I still have pieces we haven't shown you yet, like the yellow diamond, which I was actually supposed to do 7 minutes ago, but we're taking a little extra time getting everyone through on this one. The ultimate diamond band, I'm going to keep wearing until it sells out. Right hand ring, and if you're thinking, no, I've already got a really good diamond wedding band, or maybe you don't need a diamond wedding band, you want to put that on the right hand, or just, I mean, listen, there are no rules with jewelry. I am not a believer in rules with jewelry. It's part of why I love the business so much. There are no rules. There's so many rules in life. Oh, so many rules. Rules at work, rules on the road, rules. I like jewelry because there are no rules. You do what you want, you wear what you want, you wear what you like. And if you like diamonds, you're going to love this ring. Simple as that. $39.99, and if you're going to say, I'm going to shop it, I'm going to go, because I'm that way. I'm that, let's do due diligence. Like maybe I've never really looked at diamonds in a while. Maybe it's been decades since I looked at diamonds, or maybe I'm just always now looking at lab grown because that's all I see anywhere. If you're thinking about like doing the legwork, remember, you don't have the opportunity once they're sold out. That's the problem, and I'm all for due diligence, but rest assured that I've done that for you. It's essentially 25 years of experience doing that for you, and there simply is nothing else like this, and there has been nothing else like this. We've had our fair share of diamond values here, but there has been nothing like this, nothing. And I promise you, you will absolutely love it. I have it on my right ring finger right now. I'm tempted to stack it next to my signet ring. Sometimes I've been doing that lately. I've been doing some stacks with my signet ring. I mean, whatever you want to do. It's a piece that can pair up next to something else. You can put them, as I've been doing, put 2 together, put 3 together. Again, you'd be getting 10.5 carats in diamonds for under $12,000. And they're big diamonds. That'd be one thing if they were 1-pointers. That's a good value. But when they're 70 pointers or more and you got all around brilliance, that's even better. Take a look one more time. Our last call is here, $39.99. Okay, and then we still have the Tanzanite trillions, right? Tanzanite trillions from earlier are still here. I have this yellow diamond. I don't know, do we need a diamond break? I had the pink diamonds last hour. Then we had this one, and there is a really important yellow diamond I'm pretty excited about. So I think we do need to show that as well. But it's our first Asher. So if you want to graduate beyond white diamonds and you're ready to get into yellows, or maybe you've just always looked at our yellows, but let's face it, they're mostly ovals and cushions. We've got an Asher cut today. First of its kind. Yes. First Asher yellow in a 1 carat size. It's actually a little over a carat. But I want to give a little separation to our diamonds here briefly, because I know we've got, again, that's the preview. We'll do that in a couple minutes. There's the band, which is a must-have, and I've been showing you, giving equal time here to the white and yellow diamonds. But again, your choice of, it's a better viewpoint when you see it right here. Look at that against the white background. Look at that. And the most brilliant, I thought, Tony, did I not think, like, I thought, were some filters here? I've been like praising the fact we don't have filters on our cameras. We don't do the star filters. All the diamond brilliance is just what's the diamonds are doing. And I looked at this and I went, wow, that looks like, I mean, it looks like artificial, like, help here. It looks like we added. That's just no, we don't do that. Again, no star filters. And we rely on our really great quality to do it on its own. And that's what this is doing. Their sparkle is just amazing. That's why we like VS Diamonds. That's why we like them right there. So enjoy. Congratulations, everybody. Thank you. We're going to come back to some color here. And I've got my Aquamarine. There's a Sierra Santa Maria that happens to be here. And is it ever lovely? In a 3-stone style. Now, keep calling and check with your operators, because they're so busy. They're not, talking to me or keeping me updated. So let me know if you'd like one of those diamond bands. $3,999. The fact that starts with a 3 and it doesn't have 5 digits, it's really nonsensical considering it's a 5-stone. But here we are, so some color, and then we'll get to the yellow diamond shortly. We'll do that in about 20 minutes here. It'll kind of wrap up our show. And if you have any requests or questions, we've had a whole week of shows at this point. It's our, like I said, this is kind of our finale for the week, because we don't see you till Wednesday night at 5. So I want to make sure that you're also getting in on anything you like. If there is something even from earlier in the week, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, or yesterday morning, or today, that you're still thinking about it, we can at least bring it out for you, show it to you again. But here we go. Some aqua. Let's take a look at that beautiful sky blue color, but not sky blue topaz. Sierra Santa Maria Aqua this time around. And it is, whoo, that's pretty. And it's classic, and it's really set in that balanced style we love. It's item number, all I can see is diamonds. All I think about is 9558. I'm going to have to commit that now. That'll be the next item number committed to memory. But here is, item number is 9645. And it's gorgeous, isn't it? True blue. How about that color? It's casting on the wheel right beneath it there. What do you think of that? Isn't that stunning? Very much so. It's a 252. I'm going to put my diamond bands back on. Hey, if you want to leave me a couple, please leave me a couple. If you don't want the last two, I will, again, I literally will buy anything that we have. I can't make jewelry for that. And I work with wholesalers. Second largest jewelry district in the entire country. I work with them all the time, every day, and yet I can't make a ring like that. So I'm pretty excited. If you want to leave me one, I'll take whatever left. But look at that 252. 252 oval, 15 points among the 2 diamonds. Another band for you, Jason. Wonderful. We may be down to that last one. I hate to say it, because I know there's so many people that think about it and then go, oh, okay, I've decided I want one, and then they call and it's a little too late. That's tough. Excuse me, guys, the voice is a little froggy today. Sorry, it's the end of a long, long week, and unfortunately I've been talking way too much off the air when I'm supposed to be resting when I'm not on the air, but this week's been a busy one. But here we go with the aqua, 252, 15 points in diamonds. There would be 7.5 points each. And also, how interesting. I look at the price tag, and how about that? It's almost like blue diamonds. Like, we saw the pinks, and we're going to see the yellow, and we have the white. Is this a blue diamond? It kind of looks like it. Just the way it's got that, you see it, that bright glow, that spark inside. Well, it's Sierra Santa Maria. It's the best in the world as far as blue beryl. As far as the best source, already mined out. Here's what it looks like on. It's even got so much color, it's creating the blue down below when you see it up close on the wheel. That's what it looks like. You could absolutely put a wonder ring around it. If on certain days you feel like glamming it up a little bit, other days you want it more that simple, stately 3-stone style. It's in any gold you'd like. It is a fabulous $39.99 price tag. The problem with that is we just had arguably the most incredible value we've ever had for that price. So it may mean that the Sierra Santa Maria is now subject to a new discount, just to make it make sense with all the other big values I'm bringing today. So here's how we do it. Here's how we make this happen. And all you need to do is call me quickly, because this will not be $39, $29, $19. We're probably hungry for some color at this point. needing some color. We've seen diamonds for about an hour. We're ready for color with diamonds. We put diamonds in everything we do. They're the same gorgeous VS diamonds, this time in a 15-point size overall, 7.5 each. We're going to do better than even 19, 18, 17, 16. I really want to make the March birthstone, but the best out there available to one and all. Here is how we do that. It's not even 16, 15, or I don't even want to do $14.99. This is such a glamorous, 3-stone styles are everything. They're iconic. They're as classic as a 5-stone band. They just serve different purposes. 3 stones usually have something with color in the middle and then the diamonds on the sides. That's what this gives you. And you know what? We're going to do better than even $1,499 or $13.99. Send it on out. 44 minutes to go in our week together. We don't see you till Wednesday night, so let's shop up everything from the week that we can while we have the time together. And we'll make it $1,299 only. That's it. $12.99. Go for it. That is a gorgeous here, Sonnery. And $252. We usually see them top out around $1.5. So to go that bold, it's really important. Love that size of that stone. Incredible. And to get it for $12.99, we still have some other discounts to be had. We've got, Savverite, sapphire, a pink diaspora. Those are so short-lived. They were out of a little mine in Afghanistan that was only about 30 days. 30 days. If you had a 30-year mine, that'd be short. That'd be considered short in the business. We had a 30-day mining production from this Afghan pink diaspora. I've got a great Savverite here as well. So we'll see Savverite with lots of diamonds, one only. We'll do some closeouts here. As I mentioned, we have some great closeouts. And you know what else we need to show is the Tanzanite Trillion pendant. Had the ring yesterday, had the earrings earlier today. Now remember, the earrings are still here. They were the 12 caraters. Look at this though. This is outstanding. What do you think of that? That's a great looking, I love this. It's an interesting, unique, kind of a newer style for us to do here with this really impressive drop. So the stone is huge, but then we drape it a little bit more from the bail. Sometimes it's tempting to do the stone right after the bail. This time you get that drop and gives you some open work there. It's item number 11296667. And for my trillion lovers, good news, we can change the gold color. We can go from yellow to white to rose if you want to. It is a big moment. The aqua's still here if you'd like it. And then here we go with this tansy. It is our 681. 19 points in, really? Looks like more than that, doesn't it? Yeah, we'll go with it. 19 points minimum in diamonds, and we'll do because it is going a long way around. It's a 7-carat stone almost, so that's a long perimeter to travel there. We'll take a look at it on the hand, and then we'll see what we got. Questions? How we doing? Yes? I would love to flash the aqua on the hand. I can do it right now for you. I think I can put it on with one hand here. This is my special patented technique. And there it is. There it is. That's the aqua on the hand while we look at our Tanzanite. So we had a question about that. Remember, the aqua is $12.99 for that 2-carat 52 with those larger 7.5-point diamonds on either side. And this is also white, yellow, rose, as is the pendant. You can do either gold on either piece. Let me get you a measurement on the Tanzanite. It's a great looking aqua. And then there's what it looks like pendant-wise, 1.25 inch top to bottom. We'll try it on the neckline next. Isn't that great stone? Love that brilliance. There's like a dance to this stone. Take a look at it on. Oh yeah. Look and see how this is called a door knocker style. When you have something the bail is sort of intersecting with, when the bail is locking in a little bit to a part of the different design and it has that great movement you're seeing, like I'm replicating if I were moving, because if I move, it'll make you dizzy. So I'm just moving the piece subtly and you see how it kind of sways. Never gonna flip or turn, but it just kind of has that sway to it. That's the door knocker style. And so what this does, and that length is great, and yet it's big and bold. That may even look, I think I'm judging it now from a distance, it looks maybe a little larger than a 7-carat. We'll go back up close, give you a big time value on this one, and sure enough, I don't think that $11,999 is going to suffice. We've got a lot of big values it's got to stand up with. So let's do even better than 11 or 10 or even $5,000. I remember we had that 5-carat yesterday in the ring. Nice to see the completion pieces to the set potentially today. And the pendant is only, you know what, skip 5. Skip 4,000. Let's not even ask for $39.99. We got one only on this mega Tanzanite. I'll make it $3,499 instead. And you know that's virtually like, we're under 500 a carat, right around 500 a carat. I'm doing the rough math. But if nothing for the gold, diamonds, or labor, That's pretty impressive. So a big trillion, and then all those, it almost looks like instead of a basic halo, it's kind of broken up by this gold, which is acting as part of the design. It really just draws your attention into that stone. And of course, our one and only trillion pendant is right there. $34.99. I've got this great Savverite deal. Then we are going to bring you, I'm tempted, I would love to just save the yellow diamond for a different day. I feel like it's got a lot to live up to next to the diamond band, but I've shown it, I've promoted it, we're talked about it, we will show it today. I would love to just save it for Wednesday, but you know, we'll get you the yellow diamond. First time for everything, and we got our first Escher yellow diamond in a big size. But let me show you a Savverite really quickly before we go. Tanzanite's verifying. Here comes this is one of those like depths of the vault blowouts. I'm sorry, but that is as good as a Savverite. If you're not usually into Savverite, I wasn't either for a lot of years because every single stone I saw in Savverite garnet was just too dark. And I thought, well, if I want a black stone, I'll go with a black diamond or an onyx. Most of them are. They're really dark greens. This is what ideal Savverite looks like. And it's item number 1125246. And it's just under a carat. It's a 94 pointer as well. Look at that. That's something special. So 94 points in the Savverite, slightly elongated. We're going to come in a little closer. It also has 74 points in diamonds. So almost 3/4 of a carat in the diamond weight. And that's what, ooh, yeah. It only gets, I mean, just showing off here. Look at that clarity. Plus the finishing on the inside. Yes, this is a signature style. And look at two things here. Not just the extra gold, but also you can see the clarity of that stone. If you look through the inside under gallery, you're really seeing that is on full display. This is not generally a stone that delivers clarity like that. And we got up close and personal to really just exemplify, just show you the clarity so closely. And if there was an inclusion, trust me, you'd see it. You would see it. I'm going to blow this out. We don't have a caller yet. It's been here for a while, as you can probably see with the item number being older as it is. It's been here a little while. It's got a major drop. You couldn't buy a plain gold band for this price. That's when I know it's a value. At this point, I'm always judging on, can I give you all free stones? Can I charge you less for the entire ring that a gold band would be by itself? And if the answer is yes, then it's a value. It is a value. And again, thank goodness made a while ago, we get to drop it from that $4,888 price it used to be and bring it much, much lower for you. But it will go white, yellow, or no, never mind. This one stays in white gold. As soon as I said, I went, nope, that one stays in white. Because of the drop. I can't put another $5,000 in the mounting because that's the whole point. We're not making it today. If we made it today, I'd have to add another $5,000 to switch the gold. I'm not going to do that. Let's leave it in the white, which looks fantastic anyways. Let's get it better than $48.88 because that's not going to work because we've tried that before. It's been up like, looks like 7 times on the air at $48.88. That's not going to work. So how about, are we making more of an impression if it's like $2,000? Saving you $1,000 more than you're spending? What about if it was $19.99, $18.88? That way you save $3,000. Or maybe we need to go even lower than that and just really send it on out. Not 18, 17, 16, 15. Can I tell you, it's going to go. Let me try it on before we go any further because this one is one you want to be ready for. Oh, wow. Mom likes it. These are my mom's favorite colors in the world together. The hot pink and green like that. Boom, boom. They are good together, aren't they? 14? Nope. 13? Getting warmer. When I say warmer, like warmer to what? Under cost? We're way under cost. One caller gets it for $1,299. $1,299. We make it happen. That's your deal. And do we still have one left on the 3.5 carat band? I was just looking at what that was supposed to be. I took some liberties on that price. Did I ever? Anyway, that Savverite's gone. Congratulations. Not quite to the bottom of the hour yet. We got about 5 minutes. I'll show you this one. Yes, please. Pinky purple. This is one of our largest Paraibas ever. 7 carats plus. 112, 96.86. And how about seeing those 3 rows in diamonds through it? So if that Paraiba is appearing to have a little brilliance like a diamond, and you're wondering how does a neon Paraiba look like brilliant like a diamond? Because you're seeing the diamonds underneath it. Look at that. You see it through it. Isn't that cool? That's why we do the bridge. It's a 7 carat 64 oval. It also has 76 points in diamonds, and it is fabulous. Look at that. There's the inside. So this is how it's built from the ground up. Essentially, that's going to sit like a band does right atop your finger, and then there's an elevated basket for your Paraiba. It is this time the purple pink Paraiba, and how clean for a 764. That's not, now we forgive it. The larger it goes, the large size is what's giving the rarity. So we would forgive it if it had more inclusions because it's 764. So of course, you'd expect to see more inclusions. You'd expect to see some cloudiness, some haziness. Not here. Copper bearing, collection grade, museums don't even have it. I'd call it museum level, but you know what? Truth is, most museums don't have Paraiba, let alone a purple. This is my 7 carat 64. It's a 76 point diamond weight as well underneath it in the 3 rows, and I will do my best to blow it out so we can make it happen for you in this incredible size. White, yellow, or rose as well is your choice to make, and we are going to have a heck of a time. I think we're going to have fights over this one. And by the way, we'll show you some moonstone trillions that are also here. Earrings, love them. Wanted to recap them. And then here's what we'll do on this one. First caller. I know, it's a big timepiece. I know. It's actually listed to go out at only $18,999. Yep, that's what happens with Paraibas in that size, especially in the rarer colors, especially when they give you great clarity. I'd have a lot more Paraibas on the show if we just gave you dirty stones all the time, because they are typically and traditionally a much more included hazy stone. This will not be $18,999. No, it will not. We're not going to make it $8,999, and that's not easy to do, but I did because we want to move everything in the show, and we've still got the Asher cut to come. 3 minutes away till the Asher cut yellow diamond are first. That will be here. But now, this ain't going to be 89 or 79. Even better, we are basically right now at $1,000 a carat. If you think there's a way to get a big Paraiba for $1,000 a carat, oh, no, there is not. There is not. You can't do it. $79.99 puts us right there at $1,000 a carat. If the gold and the diamond, forget about the gold and diamonds for a minute. You can't do a Paraiba of any, even if it was a small size. Do you see a 1 carat Paraiba for $1,000? No. Even if it's the common color, a small size, you're not seeing that happen. We are basically there. I know it's a little more money because it's a really big stone, but when you pair it out based on a value standpoint, what that stone is, how that mounting's working, and by the way, it's not even $79.99. Even if I went deliberately $76.40, that is $1,000 a carat on the stone. Free gold, free diamonds, of which there are aplenty, and you're getting a better deal. It is $6,999. For that Paraiba. Wow. Wow, what just happened? Take a look, $69.99, only the one. I'm going to show it to you on the hand because I don't think I've done that yet. Got very excited about this ring and love looking and getting lost in the clarity that it's giving. Here's what this looks like on. Oh my goodness. Wow. Purples and pinks together. Again, I always tell you the purple Paraibas are a little different than amethyst. And they don't look like other purple stones. That's the neon. Neon is on. And now you've got the big discount also going on there. $69.99. Yellow diamond time. How about 1 minute? From now till we get to the Asher cut yellow. The 1 carat plus. Check and see if we have a band left for you. 3.5 carats in a 5-stone band. 70 points minimum each. Let me get to the moonstone earrings because I feel like this was a couple of days ago. I think it was Friday night. Wow. And that was a Friday night thing. That means just, yeah, not everybody saw it. Function of Fridays. Here's 9633. Take a look at those trillions. Well, it's our bigger style, but still close to the ear. 2 trillions matched up, moonstones that are the best out there in a fancy facet pattern, and there's your trillion times 2. Item number is 9633. It's going to be our 4 carat 17 total weight, so yes, 2 carats plus in each, and then the very large halo. Carat 21 in the diamonds, all bigger rounds, all wrapping around, and it's in the Omega style. And we're going to show one from a distance. give you a look here. Yes, yes, yes. Look at that color. And if you think that color or the colors are going to fade away because you're further away, does not happen. You're seeing every bit the beautiful rainbow pastels. It's like, I've been likening it less rainbow-like, more iridescence, more like Aurora Borealis, but in a natural gem. Not something where you have to go to a synthetic glass crystal. But those are expensive too, by the way. I know because I buy them a lot. I like Swarovskis. I'll put them on my tennis shoes, like literally. Yes, my workout shoes have crystals on them because anything to motivate me, anything to keep me going, like to sparkle. But look at that beautiful look there. And that's going to be that 5/8 of an inch. I'm going to try one on for you. Amazing coloring to these stones. There's one pair. They're supposed to be $69.99. I just can't do that to you. We've got 30 minutes left to go. I got to find out what Jason's taking over there because he's got something. And it's last call on the band still. So 3.5 carat band going bye-bye. Okay, look how gorgeous they are. What do you think of that? Goes with everything. You do not need to hesitate. And Jason, what were you taking over there? Oh, good. You mean one of those? Take a look at that moonstone. Sitting perfectly out to the world, never see the backing. You're not going to see that hinge and that omega back at all. And we're going to make this better than even $3,500, 50% off from where we should be. We're going even lower than $3,000 or $29.99. Back to the wheel we go for a closer look. And we're going to make this wild. Only one pair, obviously. Matching up moonstones like that, not easy to do. And of course, we've only had this variety of stones, and this collection was only released a few days ago, so it hasn't been all that long, and yet everything's been going. And we're going to make them $2,499. And that's it. $24.99, and a yellow diamond is on the way. Still have our 2 Tanzanite trillions, so maybe it's not a trillion day. We had a Tanzanite trillion pair of earrings like this, actually, but with 12 carats of material. We had a trillion pendant as well. We had one moonstone earlier today as well. It was a radiant cut. Still have the big 7 carat 64 purple Paraiba, and now it's yellow diamond time. We're going to get to our Asher cut yellow diamond, which is our first of its kind in a 1 carat plus size. So we're looking forward to that as well. And if you have any requests, we have 28 minutes, actually 27.5 minutes till we sign off, and we don't see you until Wednesday. So I want to keep that, keep you updated here. Call on the bands. Make sure you do that. Make sure you call on the bands. If there are any left, I'm waiting for an update. Our manager has stepped out. What we're going to do is moonstones are here for $24.99. Yes? Question? No? What's that? Oh, okay. Were they gone when? This morning before I got here? Unlikely. I was the first one here. Take a look. Are they already gone? Okay, good. Well, fantastic. They went during the show today? Oh, okay. So I just didn't hear about it. All right. Well, never mind then. Who got them? Can I congratulate who got them? Marianne? Did you sell them? Oh, really? Oh, that'll be beautiful together. I remember. Okay. Sorry, Marianne, to show your earrings. I obviously didn't know that you were spoke for the earrings as well. But let's take a look at this. No problem, because we got a yellow diamond waiting in the wings here. And it's our yellow diamond. Well, thank you for letting me know. We've got a really special ring here. And obviously the first of its kind. So it's 1129656. And this is our first Asher in a yellow. We've done Asher cuts in Tanzanites and other great stones, but this is our yellow diamond. And it's 1129656. And it's a carat 03 Asher cut. We surround it with the match and the halo. You get, well, princess cuts on the sides as well as plenty around brilliance. I mean, we're going to walk you through every carat weight, but yeah, those are princess cuts. This feels a little bit like a 3-stone style because of the way it's set up. So we're going to give you 31 points in the diamond halo. So altogether, your yellow diamond weight is actually going to be 1 carat 34. Then you get the white diamonds, and that's 115. Well, you put it all together, what do you got? 249. In the overall diamond weight here. So really outstanding. Carat 15, that's going to include the princess cuts. We didn't break it down on the white diamonds as far as princess versus rounds. We just put them all together for you. Big value here. Big, big, big value. And I'm really proud, and I'm so glad you were with us today. What a show this has been. What a monumental day for celebrating values. Diamonds of different kinds. You can still call us on the pink diamonds we had in the earrings earlier for $1777. highly recommending that as well if you missed them, or if maybe you're just waiting to see what else we had today. But this, yes. They're exactly the same. Great question. Is it Jaina? So the difference is copper-bearing and Paraiba. They're the same, except Paraiba is the trade name for copper-bearing stones. Now, the GIA decided a few years back to only use the word Paraiba when it comes to certain colors, because there are yellow stones and pink stones. We only use the word Paraiba for blues, greens, blue-greens, and purples. So all of which we've shown today. So if you have, if it's a yellow copper-bearing stone, we call it copper-bearing. It's just a little distinction they made a few years back. I believe it's Jaina. I hope I'm saying that correct. But the question was, what's the difference between Paraiba and copper-bearing? We usually just use the term copper-bearing for those other colors, but it was decided by the trade. GIA got together with all the labs of the world, and we decided if it's blue, green, green, or blue, because there are true blues, true greens, blue greens, or purples, we can go ahead and use that word Paraiba. It tends to be the pinks, the yellows. There are a few yellows out there, some other kind of mixes of colors that can be called copper-bearing. But a Paraiba, what makes a Paraiba is the copper content, copper and manganese typically. So it is, whether it's the blue-green, that's the signature color we probably know the best when we hear Paraiba, but the purples also qualify as Paraiba, or you can just go with cupri and albaite. So there's actually, it's tricky because you can call it copper-bearing, you can go by the super technological, gemological name, which is cupri and albaite, or you can say Paraiba. So it all really is like 3 different ways to categorize the same stone, if that makes sense. But here we are, $249 overall in this ring. I do want to show it on because it's really beautiful, and it's a really unique design, and it looks big. I mean, it is a big ring. It's set up on basically this kind of 3-stone style platform. It's got great finishing underneath it. There's even a lot of gold through the very, very back, through the most narrow point of the band, not so narrow. It's got that big bulk, kind of like, again, when I say bulk, I mean we like bulk and gold. But that's what you see from a distance. So you see nothing but really, it's really about this kind of 3 sections of centerpieces, and then a few extra diamonds. So just in case if you have a little larger ring size, or if you tend to be moving your fingers about, you're going to see more diamonds continuing down the sides as well. I understand it's been a big diamond day. It's been a day of values. We conclude the show in 23 minutes. This has been a big diamond value day with pinks and white. Now, our first Asher ever. Super rare. And yet, you know what I find the most fascinating about? When you get this carat 03, Asher cuts, because they're step faceting in a square, it's like an emerald cut, but it's square instead of rectangular. And with that, in a yellow diamond, it's going to be tough to have a maintenance of saturation. And that's just a kind of more flowery way to say, is it still going to be bright? Because you can take really good material. And when you start to endeavor anything with step faceting opens it up a little bit more. Think of brilliance. When you have a brilliant stone, there's a lot happening, and it almost looks like everything is fireworks and glittery, and it's all flashing. But when you have an emerald cut or an Asher, step faceting is going to expose a little more of the interior of your stone. So you're seeing a little more wide open color. It really says something that this stone is as saturated as it is despite the Asher cutting. Does that make sense? Where normally you could start with great material, but when you go to the Asher cut, you're probably going to get what appears to be a little lighter in color. That's not what's happening here. It's still got that brightness, which I think is that's what makes it so special. So here's what we're going to offer. Got a great value on something that is kind of feeling a bit like a finale here, because it'll probably be recaps from here on out of just some of the pieces that we had earlier in the show. And so what we're going to do right now, or any requests you have, because those would be welcome as well. We'd love to get the requests in, especially if there is something you've been thinking about from even previous shows this week. Would really recommend you get those requests in. But here's what we're going to do. I'm respectful of the fact this is rare and unique, and we've never had one before like it, but I don't know if $11,999, I think that's outstanding. For the record, I can tout that all day, but it's also, we're 2 hours and 40 minutes into a show that has seen some of our greatest diamond values of all time. So I really don't want to make this about, as special as it is, I know, I should stick with 11,000 and we should just wait to hear from you, but I'm going to do better. And we're going to do, since we are about to wrap up our show, again, don't see you till Wednesday. No shows here at TVON on Monday or Tuesday. And so Wednesday we resume at nighttime, the evening, 5 o'clock Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern. But I really, really, really want to do something wild here for this end of our show. I mean, if it's been a day of diamond values and we lost money left and right on diamond deals, why not do that with the Asher cut? Even though it's the first time ever. Even though it's our bright yellow. Even though it's got all these amazing bigger, look at the big diamonds around. I mean, big princess cuts and 249 total. And you saw the way it looks on the hand. It's remarkable how bright and how bold this is. And yet, I'm not going to do $11,999. We're going to put it on the auction block. I think that'd be kind of a fun way to do it. That way I can lose money and you can be happy and we can all be really just feeling the warm and fuzzies as we go on with our Sunday afternoon. But how about this? Instead of where do we start though? Where do we start? 10,000? Do we start maybe, I mean, this is rare because it's an Asher. We've seen the cushions, we've seen the pairs, we've seen the ovals a million times over. We're excited because this really does up the ante, and you know it's got even greater clarity. I don't know if we have room for it, but it's a VS stone. 100%, all of them are, including the center, which is a carat 03. And look at that. I mean, you would be able to tell. Step faceting is going to open that up a little more. If there was an inclusion visually, you'd see it, especially from this perspective. We're not starting at 10. 9, 8, 7, 6. I need to keep these phone lines rocking. They've been rocking all day. Let's keep it going. We got 19 more minutes. We can keep it going. Let's do that. Let's keep this going. It's not going to be $6,000. It's not going to be $5,000 to start. This is special. I always, that's why I was tempted to save it for another day. I mean, it's almost like sometimes if there's just too much special in one show, it becomes less special. Honestly, because like not everything can be at a 10. I think today out of a 0 to 10, I'd say a lot of these pieces have been like a 15. Today, I mean, value-wise, quality-wise, exotic, different, bold, all those things. This show has been like a miracle of a show when you look at these values. What if we go to $4,500 on the 249 diamond weight with the one and only Asher cut in the middle? What about if we do this? Because I really want to send this out, and if you love it like I do, get it at home and see what it's all about. I don't know if the beauty can translate over the airwaves or television. And I will do better than 45. Let's go all the way crazy here. Let's make it $4,000 to start. And you know what we understand? I think universally we understand the concept that a natural yellow diamond, for as much as we love those white diamonds I've been showcasing today, and as big and bold and wearable and stunning as they are, there's something even more rare with the yellow. Those are 70 pointers. That's my 103. And in an Asher cut that's all natural from Mother Nature, and it's $10 increments only. And we'll give it 60 seconds to get this started. And you know what? We maybe started, or wait a minute, maybe we're not. I had some phone calls, but you know what? I think they might be for previous pieces. I'm going to do this. It's the end of the show. What do we got to lose? Besides money, which we always do. With 17 minutes left to go, come on in. I know it's probably as crazy it is to do an early auction of the show. It's probably even crazier to go at the tail end, especially when some people may have shopped their diamonds and left. These diamonds. Here's what I'm going to do on this one. We're going to go even less than $4,000 to start. I should have saved it probably, but you know what? Diamond days are diamond days. This is where, again, it has been the pinks and the earrings, the white diamond 5-stone, and now this yellow first-time Asher. And let me tell you, someone who wears an emerald cut diamond every day, the Asher cuts and the emerald cuts are higher value. They just are. There's no way around it. I'm going to do even better than $4,000, and tell me we have a caller, because I'm about to make their day even better. I think we may have the open at $4,000 with Allison's caller, or maybe back there. Here's what I'm going to do instead of $4,000, because I want activity. We want participation. Let's give everybody the chance to save a bundle. Not 4, not 39, not 38, not 37. What am I doing? Well, look at these values we've had today. They have been second to none. I will make this even better than $3,700, and nothing's changed with the ring. Nothing's changed except bigger, better savings, and therefore value. Let's take a look at it again. It's not going to be 37. Oh boy. I'm going to need a lot of bidders. We may be starting low, but we got to get a lot of people in. It will not be $3,700 or $3,600. Let's go crazy. $3,500. Therefore, right now, there's absolutely no markup for the Asher, no markup for the fact that it's well over a carat. You've got really big, it's not just the white diamond round brilliance, those are big princess cuts anchoring the left and right sides, and we should have $3,500 and a lot of people in. I should be doing $500 increments, maybe 1,000. I'm leaving it at 10. Let's leave it at 10. That would have made sense if I started at 5, but we're starting now at 35. So here we go. Let's see if we've got the open 60 seconds, please. 60 seconds, I can always show you some recaps. That's a beauty. I'm getting lost in the beauty of that ring. That is gorgeous. 35. Allison, you were thinking about 4,000. You want to start it at 35? No. Uh-oh, did I do something wrong? Oh, no. Oh, I sometimes that happens, though. Sometimes that happens. It was, oh, no, like I don't want to spend, maybe it's not that good, right? How could it, what? What, Jason? Don't judge. I'm trying to help the people. He's like, how could you get an open at 4 and then drop it and not get the open? I don't know. Some people believe maybe it's not that good after all. I mean, I'm just trying to get a lot of activity on the phone lines. Listen, I know after the 3.5 carat band, probably a lot of people said, bye-bye, I got to go. Don't tempt me with anything else today. I got my band, I got my white diamonds, I'm good. I got 3.5 carats coming my way. But little did we know we were going to see Asher cut yellow for the first time. So do we have 35? Oh, we do have 30. We have 35 officially. Okay, so we've got $3,500. Well, thank you. We officially have 35. And we got 14 minutes. Is there such a thing as a 14-minute clock? Because we're going to need every bit of that time. I'm going to have to go overtime to try to get to cost. We're going to need like hundreds of bidders. If you opt to go with just the $10 increments, we are going to need literally hundreds and hundreds of bidders going back and forth here to get to close to cost. We're going to have we got a long way to go here. Long way to go, and I can still try to show you, any recaps. Again, please don't hesitate to let us know if there's a final, something you want to see before we go, because we do only have 14 minutes of airtime to work with, and we want to be able to, obviously, it's a visual medium. You got to see the pieces. Don't buy something unless you see it. See it, let us answer any questions you might have, get in all these details, but that's a lot of ring. And I think this really needed maybe the spotlight of a different day. I know it's a lot to live up to. I'm going to grab it and just bring it on over to you because I want to show it to you here from a distance. We did that with the band, which I still have on, so check and see. This is going to be where you want to also check on that band. Maybe you were waiting to, hang out and see the yellow and then make the decision, do you want that band or do you want this ring? Listen, I think that sounds frivolous to say both, but, if you can, you might want to do that because it could be a long, long time before we see another Asher cut yellow. It's certainly going to be probably never that we see another 3.5 carat 5-stone band. So here's go time, last call on the show. It's our last chance. We're going to give it 2 minutes. I know I'm tempted. I was saying that somewhat in jest about spending the rest of the show on this yellow diamond, but I really wanted you to see it from a distance away because it makes quite the impression, does it not? That is quite the look there. And that side to side, you'll never see the band, just like our 5-stone. When it's amply set like that, you're not going to see the band. There's no like plain gold anywhere. Are you ready for our final 2 minutes? That ring could be yours. Could be on its way to your house. Could be. Stays as is in the two-tone gold. We'll take one last look at it, and yeah, I think it's time. How about 2 minutes to go? 2 final minutes, and we'll say goodbye to this incredible, first of its kind, still natural, still from the earth. That's still the Argon mine. That's where we haven't bought any new yellow diamonds in years because, well, the wholesale prices are crazy money. The wholesale prices are far above what we charge you for and what we see on the air here. So that's extremely important. And you've got a last call now to jump in with 90 seconds to go. I was so excited when I saw this. I was obviously very excited about the band. I was very excited about our Asher cut too. I mean, just again, having had literally thousands of big yellow diamonds. I've sold thousands of 1 carat yellow diamonds here and yet never had an Asher. It's mostly cushion cut squares. This is a totally different deal. They may look the same proportionally, but they are different. And like I said, it speaks volumes about that quality, the fact that you're getting that very important color out of an Asher. That is, anybody knows this. And if you know diamonds and you know amazing stones, you see the saturation. How about the fact that those side stones in that halo, which are extremely bright, are giving you the same kind of coloring? Jason, are you verifying on this one or something else? All right, we got nobody else but our opening and leading bid here. So $3,500, will it go at $3,500? By the way, I do have moonstone earrings, other ones if you want drops. Yes, go ahead, Jason. Oh, I can. Yes, Conch Pearl, we'll show that again. I think it's still here. Yes, we can. We had it for $9.99. We'll show it again. All right, final 25 seconds left. Last chance, last call. Oh my goodness. Here is the opportunity. And what a piece that is. 15 seconds left to go. It's last call. I hope you're calling in early. We'll show the conch pearl right after this. Part of a gorgeous necklace that's coming with that's an adjustable chain. It's got to be 18 inches. That's amazing. All right, so we'll show the conch pearl coming up. Verifying anybody else? Let's see, let's see. We had somebody just get in right in the nick of time here. Last call, last chance, 35. Do we have 3510 or more? You've got it? Sold. Congratulations. Okay, just getting my conch pearl set up here. 112-8085. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Here we go. Conch pearl. Look at that. You got that. That's a good one, isn't it? So this is our 42-point conch pearl. I'm so proud of this because, well, we've never had one priced like this at under $1,000. It is $9.99. We showed it earlier. Uh-oh, we got very busy phone lines. Andy, we need you if you're available. We've got a really, really, really good platinum piece here. Now this is, again, these are all free form. Sometimes they look more oval in their shape. This one's got a little more free form kind of look to it with a real, about as juicy, saturated color as they get. It is also our 42 pointer with 7 points in diamonds. It comes with an 18-inch chain that is fully adjustable that's also in platinum. So it's going to work wonders for you to be like your new go-to chain for all your precious white metals and all those white metal pendants you have. We're going to do better than $49.99 and did. $9.99 on that conch pearl if anybody would like it. And just a beautiful piece. It's about a ½ inch in the drop. So it's meant to be worn every day, and also great color that when it's pinky red like that, it really works well. And this is a diamond cut chain. That's gone. Congratulations. What else do I have? Do I dare show this again and start a frenzy all over again? I don't know. But I haven't heard sold out, so that's perplexing to me. But here we are. 5 stone. I mean, it's what I've got on my hand because I got to go get something else to show you because the yellow diamond is gone and our conch pearl is gone. And now we have got, well, look at that. Isn't that something? It is $39.99, the piece I've been wearing that you'll have to check and see. I'll probably give that 30 seconds more and somebody's probably going to scream sold out to me. So that, I haven't had an update. We have every operator online right now. We're taking some requests as well. A lot of people are picking up pieces from earlier in the show. Now I do have some pieces I haven't shown you, like there's a sapphire here that's really attractive. It's a nice platinum 8852 coming up. This one's on the way. It's actually really rare because it's a round as well. And the color is top notch. Look at that. That is, wow. Let me give it a little extra polish here. It looks a little smudged. So we've got our platinum setting here. It's a 101 stone. It has this incredible royal blue. It's exactly what you want a sapphire to be. Very impressive, really a superstar. And I am so proud that it is here. So proud. It's our round. It's also over carat. It's carat 1. Classic halo. And that's got 49 points in diamonds also. So a very impressive style to get a hold of, and we are so thrilled to bring it to you. And again, something new that we're just kind of fitting in here near the end of the show. We've got all of like 7 minutes left to go, so it's go time on anything you're thinking about. Check with your operators and check on availability. It's the best thing you can do right now. Check on availability. Let me try this on for you. Another big blowout from the corners of the vault where something just needed a good discount, and this is getting it to you. Look at that. And stays in the platinum. We'll size it for you. Should be, well, this isn't bad. $42.99 for a sapphire that's around, that's still over a carat. That's a pretty impressive price tag. Look at the glow from a distance. That tells you everything you need to know. Not too dark, not that inky or that navy, too dark navy blue at all. It's really bright royal blue. That's what you want. And we're going to blow it out right now. And here's your moment. Take advantage. Let's make this one $12.99. I don't know. We got to move some jewelry here, but before we wrap it up. So we've got, yeah, that's a pretty good discount. I just said let's give $3,000 off. Why not? $3,000 off. 1 ring, 1 sapphire, September's birthstone, and also the second most durable stone you can wear every day is a sapphire or a ruby to that of diamonds. We will recap, oh, I gotta recap the bracelet, the diamond bracelet that we had early on today. Gotta show that again. Also had a Tanzanite pendant, a fancy cut. It was under $2,000, so we should probably show that again for you. And anything else that you're considering here, got to dial in now. We literally have 5.5 minutes, and then we don't see you until Wednesday night. So remember, no TVON on Monday or Tuesday. We have a Wednesday night, Thursday night, Friday night show, 2 daytime shows. They're on the weekend, Saturday and Sunday. 10 to 1 all times Pacific that I just gave you. All the details are at TVON.com. Here is that gorgeous royal blue. I don't think that's going to be long for this world. Let me also recap this bracelet that we had earlier. It's a one only. It's item number 1127690. Here is that designer bracelet with the designer motif in a bangle style, hinged, but in the back it actually has the wire inside, so it moves, is very flexible, not elastic. It doesn't expand. It just is flexible in how you have ease of getting it on. Clasp it in the rear of the center here. You will simply insert one side into the other, and then the button is there to press down when you want to release it. And then you've got all these beads of solid 14 karat gold. This is for an average size, so 6.5 to 7.5 it works for. Call me on the sapphire. That sapphire is still here, that round sapphire for $12.99. Want to make sure you get that one before it's gone to somebody else, because here we go with the final moments, final recap, and here we are with a what should be $49.99. Now it is not. It is in yellow gold. It is one only, but it still stacks beautifully. It's got these clover shapes that go from one side all the way to the other. So when you see it on, I'm going to show it to you here, and so you can see what it looks like on the wrist. It is so, it's beautiful because it's that style that also could just mean, I mean, forget, if you're not into designers, that's okay too. Look at how that looks from a distance away. So you can really see how it feels a little lucky. It's like our 4-leaf clover, but you get, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, 7 of them. Oh, well, that sounds lucky as well. 7 4-leaf clovers. Okay, so it sounds like a lucky piece, and yet easy, because this is what it does, by the way. When I mean it is hinged, that's what I mean. So it actually expands, and so it's always going to find its shape, and you see how it just finds its way back. So then it's really simple, because you just slide one side into the other, it kind of clicks closed, and then you press down the button to get that open. So it's really simple to put on, easy, and yet still stacks, whether it's regular traditional link style bracelets, other bangles that you want to pair it up with and next to, you can. But it's also going to be really affordable. It's only $14.99, and it does stay in the yellow gold. So that, as somebody who appreciates bracelets a lot, but knows that bracelets are only getting more and more pricey, because bracelets are the most gold we have in anything. I mean, obviously, if we had a big old chunky collar, that's one thing. But even bracelets are going to be more than even a chain is. You know, little chains are still, they're expensive, but they're not a bracelet. Bracelets are going to be very costly to do going forward. So when you have a bracelet that's set up like that, it really is, I think, one of those remarkable values in today's gold era. So that's an important style there to take advantage of. Don't forget, we had some trillion cut Tanzanite earrings, a chameleon diamond. I'll flash the amethyst. Is that really our last call? Oh my goodness. So last call on the show, everybody. 2.5 minutes left to go. Here's the amethyst. Reminder, this was here earlier in the show today as well. $15.55. Pear shape at an angle, best quality, 26 points in diamonds. That's $13.99 for the amethyst. Bracelets $14.99. The ring is $13.99. Check and see if we have any of the 3.5 carat 5-stone diamond bands at $39.99. We have a pendant here as well. This pendant's got to go. This is our Tanzanite fancy cut with a fawn. So you get fancies and fawns together. Fancy, fawn is fancy, and then you got the fancy cut of the Tanzanite. That pendant is only $1,888, and yet that stone is a $375. So another really big value in a Tanzanite this afternoon. So a beautiful way to get a blue wing and an interesting cut, something that's got a little more style than maybe even the traditional facet patterns we usually see, like the ovals and the cushions. That is more of that really unique elongated shape. Yes. Thank you. The bangle is gone. So let me go ahead and move that aside, and then we will show a close-up of the pendant for you. So thank you on the bangle. Bangle stays in yellow. We'll move this up close. Right there's front and center. The item number on the pendant, by the way, is $95.94. So a closer look at that with that fawn, which is also a fancy cut. So thank you on the bangle. Call me on the amethyst. We've got about 1 minute left to go. That's about it. Remember, we don't see you on Monday or Tuesday, unfortunately, but I will be back with you on Wednesday night. And that Wednesday night show, it kicks off at 5 p.m. Pacific time. That is 7 o'clock Central time. That is 8 p.m. Remember, our Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday nights are in the evening. Our Saturday and Sunday are during the day. So that's when you can find us 5 to 8 on the weeknights, Wednesday through Friday, and then, of course, Saturday and Sunday, 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. Pacific time. 40 seconds left to go in our show. Call us on anything. Check. It's always better to check and see if your favorite piece of the day might still be available. It is worth it to call in and check, so please do that. We'll be here for a couple minutes after we go off the air in 30 seconds to help you out. Thank you one and all so much for watching and for shopping today. It has been a true pleasure. This This lineup today has been one of our best ever. And so if there is anything you're considering, get it now before it sells out to one of your fellow shoppers. This is the day. The values have been really incredible. So thank you so much for being with me today. I hope you enjoy the rest of your Sunday and your weekend. And again, look forward to seeing you on Wednesday night. But for now, from all of us here at TVON, I'm Lauren Blair. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you Wednesday night at 5.